Where has he been? Where has he been? Well, Van is back now. So um, tell all your favorite content creators that Van is back and that we are super excited to be back because things have been crazy, man. Things have been crazy. Before we start, hold on. Let me mute this. What's up, guys? Much love to y'all. Great afternoon to everyone. Much love to every single last one of you. Much love to every single last one of you. Much love to every single last one of you. Hopefully, you click that like button when you pull up. Hopefully, you click on that like button when you pull up. Let everyone know that we are back at it again, doing our thing, man. And if you have not seen me over here on YouTube, that's because we have been on Rumble. We have been on Rumble for the last 2 weeks because we have been on Rumble for the last 2 weeks because when we received our second strike here on YouTube, we received our second strike here on YouTube. We weren't able to produce any content or post anything, not anything inside of the community tab. We couldn't post polls. We couldn't post commentary, anything for the last 2 weeks. So we have been on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, please do so. If you're not following me on Rumble, please do so. If you're not following my locals, LFR family on locals, please do so because it is getting extremely scary here on all of these platforms, actually, for content creators. It is getting extremely scary here for all content creators here. I mean, because all we want to do is, well, first of all, a great majority of the content creators that you support, we do this full time. We do this full time. And, this is our livelihood. And all it takes is for us to do commentary on one video that can completely mess up everything. So much love to you all. Jeremy, Scott, Alex, Jody. What's up, Jody? How are you doing? Ron, Charles, Tina. What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Um, yeah. But check this out. I just want to give a shout out to you all. I want to say that I did definitely miss you all. You guys have definitely been missed. Yesterday, my wife and I we celebrated 25 years married, and on November 1st, we celebrate being boyfriend and girlfriend for 30 years. So God is good. I'm definitely giving him thanks, glory, and honor for every single thing he has done for me. If you have yet to thank God for waking you up this morning, please make sure you do so sometime today, because it could have been the other way. There are people who are extremely healthy and they still do not wake up the next morning. So I don't want any of you taking it for granted that God gave you another day. I don't want any of you taking it for granted that God protected you and your family while you slept. I don't want any of you taking it for granted that on your way to work you passed accidents on the road that you weren't involved in. You've passed hospitals that you aren't in. You've passed police and ambulance who were heading toward a catastrophe or potential catastrophe that you weren't a part of. At the same time, you want to pray for the people who was in those situations, but you also want to say thank you, God, for protecting my family and I. And that's something right there. I'm not here to push God on anybody. I'm just a man that believes in God because I know everything that He has done for me. For anyone who don't know me, they know that the channel name is LFR Family, and my name is Van Hall Senior. I have four amazing children. All of them are above are 18 and above, 18 years old and above. So my wife and I will soon be empty nesters. But yesterday, again, we celebrated 25 years being married. Um, and I am real big on a nuclear family because I know what it has done for me, what it has done for my children, and I will encourage anyone to take the easy route. Is marriage easy? No. But I will tell you one thing, life is a little more simple when you are doing it with someone else. When you are doing it with someone else. So with that said, I mean, I give God all praise, glory, and honor for blessing my family with another year of marriage. Alicia, thank you so much for holding it down. If you are here, please make sure you hit that like button. Also, if you're not following us on Rumble, please do so. LFR Family on Rumble. We are actually live over there right now as well. And if you're not following me on our locals channel, locals LFR Family, please follow us over there. Um, because no one knows what can happen on this channel. No one knows what can happen on any of our channels. Shout out to good friends and supporters out there, other content creators um, who you all watch often, who are doing an amazing job. I'm not going to name any names because I don't want to show any favoritism toward anyone, but there are some really good people out there. Um, so much love to all of you guys. I'm reading some of these, married at the age of 17 in 1978 and still going strong after 45 years. That's what I'm talking about. Let me show this right here. Boom. Y'all see this right here? This should be celebrated. These should be our heroes. People like this. This is brave. What you see right now, this is what you call brave. All right? What's being painted in this country right now is as brave. That ain't brave. That's just something that people have to do to meet quotas in order to have a high social score or high enough score to be able to earn the business of those who control our country. And right now, I'm not into all that. I'm going to try my best not to say anything that's going to be extremely disrespectful to any community. But it's unfortunate that I got to go out of my way to not speak, to not speak just effortlessly, knowing that I could potentially disrespect a certain group of individuals, knowing that that is certainly not my intent whatsoever. All right. So again, we are on locals now. Please make sure that y'all check that out. Much love to you, Med Shed. Congratulations to you. You had to go ahead and do that to me because I said I celebrated 25 years of marriage yesterday, and you was like, "Oh, I got do you want better?" I've been married for 45 years. Much love. No favoritism for LFR JoJo. Yeah, LFR JoJo is my son. I seen some of you asking that. LFR JoJo is my son. He's my youngest son, and he's doing an extraordinary job over on his channel and in life. I'm extremely proud of him, and I I take no credit for that. I give God all praise for that. You know what I mean? All praise for that. But yeah, we ate yesterday at an amazing Creole restaurant, and it was so dope. It was so dope. So yeah, 25 years married. If anybody else has been married longer than me, then go ahead and let me know in the comment section because we want to celebrate you. We want to celebrate you. Yeah, we definitely want to celebrate you. What's up, EB? Much love to you. Um, much love to everybody who, just who's here right now. Thank you so much. Hopefully you're clicking that like button. And I would like for you to let me know if if there's anything newsworthy that's going on right now that you would like for me to check out or discuss. All right. And also, I would like to, if you are someone out there who would like to come on stage and join me, please hit that link right there. All right. I'm gonna post a link inside of here for anybody who has the brass to come up here and just join me. All right. So there you go, right there. If you want to come up here and join me, if you have something to say, if you want to add to the live stream, if you want to say something to the audience out there and just let your voice be heard, click that link. I'm not. I will tell you this right now, that it's a little scary here on YouTube. Hopefully, someone from YouTube is watching this live stream right now. I'm certain someone who, hopefully, it's not a bot. I'm talking about a real person. Hopefully, a real person is watching this live stream right now from YouTube. And I just want you to know that us content creators are, we are not providing the level of content we could be, because we are walking on eggshells, thinking that if we say one thing that is against your unwritten rules that you have, we might be shut down. And all we want to do is spread love. All we want to do is connect bridges. We want to start conversations. We want to make sure that our country is still existent, like 100 years from now. We want to make sure that our children and our children's children have a country to go to, have a country to be proud of. So we're trying to do our parts, but we can't do that if we're constantly being told not to say this and not to say that. And that right there is crazy. Yes, I believe that Jesus is coming back. Um, and that's one of the reasons why I make sure that I give God praise for all that he does and all that he means to me. But at the end of the day, I want you guys to understand that us content creators we're tired of walking on eggshells. We're extremely tired of walking on eggshells, um, especially if we don't mean any disrespect to any group whatsoever. So again, if you want to join me on stage, feel free. But I would love for you also just to hit that like button. All right, hit the like button. Run this joint up. Let's go check out some content. Let's go have a conversation, and let's have some fun. Make sure you join me on Rumble. Make sure you join me on Locals. Here's my Locals right here. Make sure you check it out, LFR Family, so that we can provide some censorship free content over there. Censorship free. Hey, we have somebody who pulls up. Let's see what they have to say.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh god.
M169. How are you doing
Can't.
today? What's your name?
Oh my gosh, I can't hear anything. Hang on a second. Ah!
You still can't hear me? Okay. All right. Well, until she can, I'll call her up when she can hear something. Right now she's testing out her information. I mean, she's testing out her audio so she can come up here and say something. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me now? Okay. How about leaving and coming back? Leave and come back, so that you can get back on. All right. So we had one brave soul that pulled up. That'll be a. I just want to hear what y'all have to say, before I go checking out these stories that are up. Shaft, starring George Clooney, is coming out next. No, don't know what that means. Shaft starring George Clooney. Hey Van, this is the first live stream by you that I have been to. Well, bless you. Thank you so much for pulling up. Thank you so much for pulling up. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for pulling up. Um, and hopefully y'all are having a good day at work. Hopefully y'all are having a good day at work. I put the link in here for anybody that wants to join me. If you have anything to say, I know a lot of y'all like to hide behind the shadows, and the content creators are front and forward. But I like for when people step up and say, "Yo, I got something to say. Just I got something to say about this country. I got something to say about life. I got something to say about my love for God. I got something to say about my love for people. You know what I mean? Let me put it up here again, and I'm going to pin it this time. Thank you so much. That was a good idea. See here. Let's see here. Pin message. All right. The message is pinned now. If you want to join me in the conversation, please click that link and we can have, you can say whatever you want to say. I promise not to be mean to you unless you're mean to me. All right. If you're mean to me, I will be mean to you. All right. Just want to put that out there. We have Barrick Builds. Is that your name? All right. Cool. All right. Cool. We got somebody up in here that got something to say. What's going on, Barrick?
What's going on, man? Mad respect. Love your channel, bro. Love what you do.
And I love you, brother. I love you, man.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Love can cross any boundaries and borders. I got a little something I think you should react to. I don't know if you've seen it yet. The Alabama boat brawl.
That
Basically, did you already react to it? You already do
uh,
something with it?
you know what? I did on Rumble, but there's so much stuff that's coming out.
Wait, I'm losing connection.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I lost
Okay.
you.
I still see you. Have we lost you? Okay. Seems like we lost him. Let me move him and come up to this brother right here.
And how you doing?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Happy anniversary. Well done. 25 years, huh? That's
25 years married, man.
in the UK, 25 years is the silver anniversary. So you have to go and buy your lovely lady something silver, yeah.
Oh man,
Mm.
the silver that she gets from me is my heart. That's silver.
Oh, come on. And
I
that smooth tongue as well, yeah?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir. How you
Mm.
doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm a very, very small YouTuber. I just do a bit of singing on YouTube, but I just thought I'd come up and pay my respects to you because I watch most of your content. It's very interesting, and it is a shame when you just can't say anything about anything now. It's ridiculous, you know.
Well, you
Yeah.
can't because there are certain powers that be that control
Mhm.
everything,
Yep.
and they don't want us saying anything because if we
No,
say
no.
something, then we mess up whatever plans that they have. So
Mhm.
yeah, they want us to be quiet. But what do you have to say to the people, bro?
I'll just say, if you're a YouTuber, just try and find a way around these problems we're having at the moment. There is ways around it, but it's very, very difficult. You know, it's like walking on eggshells, you know, but you have to test out the water if you like, you know?
You're
But,
absolutely right. You know,
mm,
we actually try to do that. If you wouldn't mind, when you pull up, guys, could you please mute your mic until I pull you up on stage? Can
mhm.
you mute? Who's saying that? Hold on one second. I know who that is. M16, aka Lena. Could you mute your mic? All right. So no, us content creators, we try, like you're a YouTuber too.
Yeah,
And a lot of people who follow our channels, they don't understand that if we say the wrong thing or we show the wrong thing,
mhm.
which we don't know. Hold on one second. Let me this young lady is because we can hear you clearly. Hold on one second. So we try our best to put forth some good intent behind our content,
Mm.
and we don't want to disrespect anyone. But unfortunately, many groups do claim to be disrespected, and we are penalized for it. How do you feel about that?
It's everybody is so ready to be offended now, you know? It's it's ridiculous. You can you just say the most innocent thing and somebody gets offended by it, you know?
All the
It's
time.
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, huh?
All the time. Who are you voting for when it who do you want to vote for when the election comes up? Are you in you said you're in the UK or you're in the US?
I'm in the UK, but I would vote if I was American, I would vote 100% Trump all the way.
100% Trump all the way.
Mhm.
I thought people were saying that around the world they despise Trump. I guess that's not the
No,
case.
no, that's another more false information that you're getting pumped through. That's not the case.
Okay. Well,
Mhm.
much love to you, brother.
Mm.
I'm about to pick somebody else up, but if you want
Okay.
to say something, no, no, no,
No, fine.
before you
Yeah.
leave, because I appreciate you coming up here. I appreciate you and everyone in the
Yeah.
UK for being a part of what we're doing and being a
Mhm.
part of showing love and spreading love around the world, man. So
Mhm.
if you like to say anything, feel free.
No, I'd just like to say for any small YouTubers or content creators, just try, you know? Sometimes you get a knockback. Don't get more than 2 strikes on your channel, please, come on.
Well,
Bad news, huh?
Well,
Right.
guess what? That's very difficult to do because I
Yeah.
got two right now as we speak.
Uh, uh, I
As
bet
we speak.
I better zip on my mouth then, huh?
Much love to you, brother, and you enjoy the
Cheers,
rest of your day, man.
and you. Thank
All
you for
right.
having me up.
All right,
Bye-bye.
peace.
Bye.
Yeah, man, we got some good people. We got some good people, man, and we got somebody else right now that we're about to bring up. Let's see what they got to say. What's going on?
Hello, why can't I hear you?
You can't hear me. I can hear you. You can't hear
I
me.
can't hear you. Are you talking to me?
Yes, I am talking
Okay.
to you.
I'm going to have to disconnect. I cannot hear you.
Okay, make sure you come back. Please come back. Come back.
Okay.
How did they hear me say to come back? Hold on. The jackals of Terra Argentum. Did I say that right? Argentum. It might sound counterintuitive, but to me is a sign of hope. These evil people are incredibly weak, and that's why they have to burn so much political and economic capital, silencing regular people. Much love to you, Jackal, for the super chat and for your comment. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, so let's bring them back up and see if they can hear me. If you can, if guys, when you guys come up, please make sure you mute your mic. Not you, but everyone else that clicked the link, please mute your mic because I can hear you. Okay, what's going on? How are you doing?
I'm fine. My name is Diane, but this
Your
is my
name
brand.
your name is Diane.
I'm Diane. How are
Well,
you?
I'm blessed and highly favored. You know, one of my favorite people in the world name is Diane.
But I bet she doesn't spell it with two N's.
No, she don't. She don't spell. She just one N. Diane is she's my guardian. She adopted me at the age of 3 years old.
Oh,
Yeah, and then she later went back and adopted my brothers at the age of 10 and 11 and 9. 11 and 9, I believe. 11 and 9, I believe.
okay.
Yeah. But
Okay.
blessings. Welcome, Diane.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. What did you have to say to the people or myself or to the people that's watching? I don't know.
When I'm bored, first of all, I'm 60
You're
and I
60?
love what I am.
Oh, you're a beautiful 60.
Thank you. Thank you.
No
And I
problem.
say that because I'm the baby of the baby boomers and I'm still 30 between my ears. So I try to look at life because I have two daughters, 31 and 33. And my 31-year-old had two boys. The first boy in 45 years in our
Wow.
family tree.
Wow.
So a lot of pride. It was all girls, a
Wow.
lot of pride. And I am a believer as well as one who accepts all. I'm in recovery, so I know my big book of AA. I'm
Okay.
currently studying Stoic philosophy. I have I have looked into breathing techniques, which led me to meditation, which, and of course, there's my Bible. And the one thing that I've learned in studying this philosophy is that there's a common thread through all faiths, no matter what you ascribe to, the
Mm-hmm.
common threads, which are defined in Stoicism: courage, service, wisdom, and what's the other one? I forget.
Courage,
But
service,
service,
wisdom, and
wisdom,
mm-hmm.
and there's a fourth one.
Okay. I like
But
those so
these
far.
threads, right, these threads run through the foundations of many faiths, no matter which God you attribute it to. No, no, even if you don't attribute it to a capital G God,
Okay.
and no matter what the name.
Right.
So I try to live my life that way, open, staying in the day, understanding humans are humans and we're all fallen and we're all fallible. So I know that's a bad segue. So in trying to stay current when I'm bored,
Mm-hmm.
I go through my news feed and I'm very conscious of clickbait. So I'm going through the news feed today. I'm also very wordy. I got a degree in communications. I'm into that kind of communication.
Okay.
Listen to everything in context. And don't just click on it. Look at the byline. Who is presenting it? What news organization or the name of the author of the article?
Right.
And so BuzzFeed is not news.
Okay.
MSNBC, CNN, Fox, that's news. You see the air quotes? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Quote
I
unquote
think it
news.
is news, right? I think it is very sad that titles are given to the news feeds with buzzwords. I question the age of these reporters,
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
these providers of our news.
Okay.
And I feel sorry for people who don't have discernment. They click on the article and they read it, and you can immediately tell whether it's right or left of center. Unfortunately, there is no more center. You are center
I
because you
want to
give
be.
people the free. Right. You want to give people the freedom to express themselves. And we all need to pull up our big girl and big boy panties
Mm-hmm.
and say, you're free to think that way. You're
Yes.
even free to speak that way. So if it works for you, it should work for me.
That's right.
I find that I've learned to play with the algorithm in YouTube and IG.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain buzzwords that will feed crap into your feed.
Yes, it will.
It will feed crap. So I'm a subscriber for you, as well as others that I would label center right.
Okay.
But our people, you and me,
Okay.
our melanin people,
Black people.
immediately, yeah. Well, no, not just black people.
Not just black people.
Hey, no,
Colorful people.
those who are of color.
Right.
And I will use that term because
Okay.
I'm including people I know personally,
Okay.
Koreans, Chinese,
Hispanics. Uh-huh.
Latino, Hispanic, whatever the verbiage is,
Mm-hmm.
Latinos, because in the plural, it's a masculine.
Okay.
But we won't go there.
Okay.
I
Okay.
like etymology and linguistics as well.
Okay.
We're automatically thrown and a MAGA hat is put on us. What has happened to centrism, which should be rooted in wisdom, service, courage, love? What happened to that? Why do I express myself on your channel and somebody is intentionally out to hate, but they're going to throw a red hat on me?
Hold on one second. Someone please mute your mic. Someone. It's where our background is coming through someone else's feed. I don't know who it is, but whoever's waiting behind. Okay, they cut it off.
Okay. I'm talking in circles and I realize that, but I watch you as a young man married 25 years. I'm thinking I've been divorced 25 years.
Oh wow.
And I did it
Okay.
I did it by myself with my daughters who are just now reestablishing a relationship with their dad as adults.
Wow. Okay.
Right. But praise God,
Absolutely.
it's coming
God
around.
is good. Absolutely.
It's coming around. And that's
Absolutely.
because I chose to sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
I learned to wait. I say everybody needs a 12-step program. This
Mm-hmm.
whole world needs it because it's the
Yes.
foundations. I have no control over you. I only have control over me. There
Okay.
is a God. I'm not it.
That's right. There is a God, and I'm not it.
I'm not it.
That's right. I don't have a heaven nor hell to put you in.
Right. So I say all that to say to your generation. So you're an Xer, right? And I have middle millennials. And what I have found in the news feeds, no matter where you go, they want to put us in boxes.
Absolutely.
So for me to say, I have millennials, I'm already castigating them. I'm already making them their own. I'm hating this society where everything is about who is what and where. You know what we all have in common? We all have two things in common on this continent. Our blood is red and our money is green.
Go ahead. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
That's sensical. You know what? People don't use common sense anymore. It's like we lean toward whatever will pull us further apart. Let me ask you this, because
yes,
do you subscribe to the fact that we are still not on a fair playing field when it comes to people of color and white people, so to speak? Because
okay.
Mhm.
I have two sisters from another mister. They're both white.
Okay.
One is Lithuanian by culture,
Hmm.
and one is from Pennsylvania. Now, anybody on the East Coast knows that Pennsylvania is bordered by the blue, and Pittsburgh and Philly, and
Okay.
then you have the middle.
Okay.
At one point in time, the state of Pennsylvania had the highest population of KKK membership. Look it up,
Wow.
even over the South.
Okay.
She grew up where you shoot what you eat what you shoot, you grow everything, you work hard, bingo, bango, boom.
Okay.
And she had self-assigned the label
Hmm.
white trash. But she's one of my 4 o'clock friends. Those are the ones that you could call any time of day or night, and they're there for you. If only to hear you, if only to support you,
Just
or
to be there
physically
for
be
you.
able to, just
Yeah.
to be there for you.
Yeah.
I work at a Swedish furniture retailer, so I won't say the name, but everybody knows it. Where if you can't read the pictures, you can't put the furniture together.
Hmm.
so I so I work with a lot of people who, when they get their citizenship here, we actually celebrate it. They
Wow.
fight to come in here, and I've watched people go through the multi-year process of becoming citizens.
I love that.
So I know a little bit of Russian, a little bit of German, a little bit of French, a little bit of Spanish. My daughter's trilingual, blah, blah, blah. I am tired of the self-victimization. I am only as victimized as I allow you to make me.
You better preach.
Victimization starts between the ears, and you are a walking example just by saying I was adopted at 3 and then my brothers were adopted. Hey, you could have been through the system, through the system, through the system, through the system. And it took one woman who probably was told it ain't gonna work.
Oh, hell yeah. And she still didn't have two nickels to rub together. She still had two
Ah,
children that she didn't had at the age of 15 and 13 that she had to raise along with me. But she saw that there was a need.
and she filled it with whatever was in her cup at the time. And
Exactly.
as believers, some of us drink from espresso cups. Some of us have 16-ounce mugs.
Oh, Lord.
We want to throw the word privilege out. We are privileged to be here when we are blessed to use what we have to serve, to gain wisdom, to express courage, and to love. So my love was when you step over the threshold of my house and fall asleep on my floor, you're in a safe space. I hate to cook. These young ladies knew when they were teenagers, you want to eat, don't look at me. Order out
Ah,
and there's a cheese tax. I get a slice of pizza that y'all gonna pay for. And that's okay. And it worked.
It
It
worked for you.
worked.
Absolutely.
And
Food in
my
your home.
and my and my poor friends just opened their home. And if it was PB&J and milk, we broke bread together. We broke bread together. If we can get back to the element of the village, and for me, it was a select village. It wasn't just any old government entitled village.
Uh-huh.
It was my tribe. So to go back to your question, no, I'm not a victim of anybody. I'm not a victim of divorce. I'm not a victim of adultery. I'm not a victim of mental health. I'm not a victim of addiction. Because if it wasn't for all that, I wouldn't be the woman I am today.
Amen. Yeah, I hear that, right? Amen. I love that. And Diane, I love
Yes,
you.
dear. I
I love
love you
you.
too.
I thank God for you, and I pray that He continue to bless you and everyone connected to your branch, your tree.
Thank, thank you.
All
Thank you.
right,
And we're willows.
your
We're not
willows.
just we're willow trees. Because you know what
Oh,
willow trees do?
what do willows
Willow
trees
trees,
do?
they bend, they don't break.
Amen. I like that one. I like that one. All right. Well,
One,
you
one,
and
one, one more for your audience.
okay, okay, okay. Uh-huh.
Okay. Be like a bumblebee. Mary Kay Cosmetics gives out little pins. I did it in 19 February. And they're bumblebees. And as
Mhm.
you succeed, the bumblebee jewelry gets bigger. You want to know why Mary Kay chose the bumblebee?
No.
Because physicists, aerodynamic specialists tell you that a bumblebee shouldn't fly because its body is too heavy for its wingspan. Be a bumblebee and buzz on.
I love it because when you look at a bumblebee, you're like, how in the world do they fly? They all fat and round, but their wings are really small and thin. It's like, how do they do it? It don't make sense, but they make it make sense.
Because there is a God and you're not it.
Amen. I love that. Hey, you enjoy the
Thank
rest of your
you.
day, and please send your love to your to my to I was about to say to my family, to your family.
And yours as well. Yes,
And thank
thank
you so
you.
much for supporting myself and the channel.
Yes. Good
All right.
blessings to you. Bye bye.
Likewise. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. LFR family, y'all are amazing, absolutely amazing. I'm about to pull some people up. I have a few people to pull up, but one person specifically I'm going to pull up to help me out because I see that this gentleman, this superstar just now pulled up, and it's going to surprise all of you, but it might not because y'all already know that the guy is he's one of the kings of YouTube. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Oh man, first of all, thank you. But I do want to I want to get on here, bro, and say welcome back, man. I already told you you one of my role models, you know what I'm saying? You one
Oh
of the guys
man.
on here, you one of the OGs, and I respect you a lot. And I just want to say welcome back, bro. This it's been a very stressful road. You know what I'm saying? For me, I can only speak for me because you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can
You
dig it.
you definitely a lot more chill, calm. I'm pretty sure, you taught me. I always go to you, right? Whenever I go through my strike situation or something happens on YouTube and I'm facing some life stuff, I call Van. I call Van, be like, yo, Van. Yeah, listen, man, I don't know what to do, bro. I don't know what to do. So I just want to say welcome back, bro. It feels good to see you back on and the people that are about to come on and talk to you. And the last lady, I don't know her name, but she was amazing.
Diane.
Diane.
Diane,
It was
yeah.
amazing. That was good to see. So welcome back, bro. And shout out to everybody watching.
Much love to you, brother. I appreciate you pulling up, and please stop giving me so much credit, man. God is good. He's amazing, and I do appreciate all the positive things that you've said about me. The check is in the mail. Hey, you staying or you about to roll out, homie?
I'll stay with you for a little bit. I'll record something later, but yeah,
I
I'll stay with you for a little bit.
see you giving a treat to some of the people that's about to come up here. So I'm about to bring up K Woo, who's up here at the moment. Let's bring him up and see what he has to say. What's going on, brother? K Woo? I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Your mic, bro.
Are you still muted? Okay, there you go.
Can you hear
Unmute
me
your
now?
mic, please. There you go.
Look,
I can hear you. Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I was just watching the video. I didn't think I was gonna be online. The fucking dog keep fucking. Oh, I don't want to cuss. My dog flew. Man, I was just watching the video, man. I didn't know I was gonna be on the line or whatnot. Come on, Bubba.
All right.
But
So
I like watching your content. Uh, I was really seeing what you had to say about the Whoopi situation. That was a thumbnail, so.
well, I'm actually about to get into that. I just wanted to make sure that I spoke to my people first, and you guys are my
Oh
people.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I was on my phone. I said, "Well, let me go ahead and jump in here," and it said, "Click the link." And I ain't too computer smart, so you know.
Well, I think you are because you're up here with me and you're doing your thing, man. I have a question for you.
Yep.
What political affiliation are you?
Registered independent, so I just
Right.
listen to what makes sense. I mean,
Okay. Have you ever voted for a Democrat?
was Ross Perot a Democrat?
Wow, you took us back to what's that?
I'm old. Yeah, I'm old.
Was that the 70s or
uh,
80s?
no, not 70s. But I think Ross Perot was independent. That's what I registered as. The last time I voted, I voted Republican. So
Okay. All right. What's your biggest issue with the country today?
just the blind eye. The blind eye, you know. Don't look at this, look at here. I mean, using Trump as a scapegoat or whatever, you know, I mean, don't don't look what's going on over here. It's all Trump, Trump, Trump.
Yeah, they like to do that. But they're doing it for a reason though. It's like it's a tactic that honestly I would use if I was in politics. If I was on the left, I would
I
use
guess
that
if it
same
works,
tactic.
it works. You know, I guess if it works, it works. Not saying
Well,
it's right, but
it's definitely not right, but it works.
I guess for some, everybody's got to make their own decision. I don't know.
Absolutely. I have a question for you, man, and hopefully you don't take this wrong. And anyone that's waiting to come up here and speak, could you please mute your mic because I'm getting feedback. Have you ever had any negative run-ins with people of color?
No.
Okay.
See, I'm half white, half Hispanic. I grew up in an all-black neighborhood. So there was, you know, what I mean, there was no color barrier. We grew up together. Yeah, we fought sometimes, but it wasn't because of race. It was just, you know, you had a good your mama joke. I don't know.
Yeah. I still talk
So
about people's mothers. Easy.
yeah, I mean, yeah, back in the day, that's what we did. We ragged on each other. You know, sometimes people got in their feelings and we fought. Just
As you
didn't have
should.
nothing to do with color. Yeah, it didn't have nothing to do with color.
Okay. Well, what's your name, K Wu? What's your first name? You ain't
John.
gotta give me your
John.
government. Huh?
Yeah, John. John.
John. Okay. I would
Yeah.
not have gotten that from K Wu.
Long story.
All right, brother. Well, thank you so much for pulling up. I appreciate you, and we will be checking out some Whoopi information in a moment. All right.
All right.
All right. You take it easy, brother.
Take it easy.
All right. Yeah. We got
How
some
do
cool
I?
people. We got some cool people that want to come up and speak.
I don't think
Lou,
a few
go ahead.
people didn't believe he grew up in the hood.
Listen, if he says, you know what I mean, I'm white and Hispanic mixed and I grew up around black people, that surprised me a lot, but it don't when you think of places like New York, when you think of places
New
like
York got a lot
California.
of, yeah.
In DC, it don't happen a lot. In DC, I went my whole teenage years without seeing a white person anywhere in our neighborhoods at all. Like no white people. That's a lie because we
I
had the
ain't gonna lie.
Bucks.
The only white people I saw, I mean, there was like a few white people in the building I lived in. It was 5 floors. They all lived in the 5th floor, and yeah, they was hood. They had the N-word pass. Nobody said nothing to them. It was a gangster, actually.
Really?
Yeah, like that's why it's so weird now looking at people. get like in trouble for saying it. I'm like, damn, really? That's how y'all feel about that? I don't know. Everybody was saying it. Nobody, I don't know. They'll really punch somebody in the face too. Like white people was gangster back in the day when I was growing up.
Well, here's the thing, bro. The N word, when people hear white people, black people want white people to say the N word so that they can get their Montgomery, Alabama boat deck pass to
Ah,
whoop some
yeah.
ass. That's it. That's it. They just want that opportunity to say, "Ooh, did you say it? I hope you said it. Didn't you say it? Ah,
Yeah.
he did say it. Let's go fight him because I had a reason to fight you. Now I'm gonna act like I'm perturbed by it. I'm gonna act like I'm disrespected, like I'm hurt, like my ancestors are crying in their graves, and I gotta defend them. So I gotta punch you in the face now. You know what I mean? So that's usually how they go. Like I just need one person to say it, but we go around and all day nigga 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 nigga. How many times can we say it and we just happy as hell? But soon somebody else said that don't have the past to say it, we didn't give them the rights to say it, then next thing you know that we have to whip some tail for it. That makes absolutely no sense, but it is what it is. I'm not going to act like I don't understand because I'm not slow, but I get it.
That brawl was crazy though. That brawl, a lot of people true colors came out during that brawl. It's like a lot of people were happy that it happened. I saw a lot of people acting like, it was like they won the Civil War or something like that. Like, it was like crazy.
Oh yeah, it was like because a race war is people want there to be a race war, and that's why we need to be careful. Like, okay, Lou, I'm gonna give you your flowers right now because what you do right now on Twitter, on YouTube, on social media, period, you also connect a bridge between cultures. And what you do is you start a conversation, you allow people to give their opinions, give you their facts to back it up, and you don't punish anybody for any way they're coming. That's important nowadays because you're not giving in to the machine that's trying to push us further and further away from one another and just cause us to be on top and just all yelling and ready to fight and rip each other apart. You're not giving people a pass for that. You're like, yo, nah, we ain't got to do that. But you also say, but if you want to fight, I'll
We can do
fight you.
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
but me, I'm at an age, I'm 45 years old. I don't want any smoke with anybody. That's not gonna bring us closer to where we want to be.
I agree, bro. I think that once again, I was on Twitter and I just saw so many people trying to like it's like celebrating it. Like it's just like celebrating this divide and stuff like that. But then
Of
I also
course.
saw a video of black and white people mimicking it, making
Uh-huh.
fun of it, disrupting the algorithm. I thought that was funny.
It was
'Cause
hilarious.
that's like the America I know, where white people and black people really together and having fun and doing amazing stuff like that. So that was funny. That disrupted the algorithm for a lot of people because they wasn't even happy to see that. I'm like, damn, bro, you just
Yeah.
want to see white people do bad, or you want like, come on, what's up?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, I enjoyed it. The people disrupting the algorithm with their comedy, with their
yeah,
them reenacting it. I mean, trying to make it funny. I appreciated that. As a matter of fact, I saw comedy in the original video, like when the dude got punched in the face by the white dude with two hands. He just threw the hat up. He just threw the hat in the air. And the next thing you know, everybody else just started coming. And I'm like, come on, this is ridiculous, bro.
I enjoy that kid swimming across to say. I'm like, nah, this is a movie here, bro.
Yeah, that was ridiculous, man. That was hilarious, actually. Hey, speaking of, bro, your numbers on your channel are amazing.
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 I try. I don't even. It's just like that. Thank you, but I don't get hyped off that because I just don't know if it's gonna be there tomorrow.
Ain't that messed up?
That
Like,
is that is messed up because look, guys, I want to enjoy like I'm coming up on YouTube, everything's good. The other day, I just got a copyright strike. Like it's just like I just wake up every day just nervous that my channel is gonna be gone. So I try to enjoy it as much as I could, but this paranoid feeling is just like, and I don't know if you feel that way, but I just don't know, bro. Like I personally, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be there.
No, I feel that way too, and it's unfortunate that you got to walk around on eggshells for a platform who considers you to be a partner, not an employee, not an indentured servant who has to say and do exactly what they want you to say and do, but a partner, someone that's already moving with good intent. You know what you're supposed to do, but if they're making up rules on the fly and they're not telling you, but you're the one being condemned for it. We're the ones being condemned for it. What can we do? But I will say this: if you're going to worry about it, don't pray about it. If you're going to pray about it and you plan on worrying about it, don't even pray about it. God, listen, it's in your heart already. If that fear is right there and you're already planning on worrying, don't pray about it. Don't bother God with it. Let somebody else worry God with their prayers. If they actually believe that God is going to do something for them and take care of it. But me, I don't even worry about it, bro. If it falls off the rails because somebody want to report something or I violate another guideline from the community or whatever because I said something about the gay community or about Hispanics or Asians or about the powers that be, the wrong person, then it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. But
Yeah, I agree, bro. I try my best not to worry about it, but yeah, it happens. It happens when you start to get closer to certain dates, certain things. You just want to make sure that it's secure and stuff like that. And seeing other people, because it wasn't just you, right? It wasn't just me that got hit.
right.
It was other channels that are doing wonderful too. They're doing great numbers and they're getting hit. So a lot of these creators in the same space that do what we do, or in that realm, they're also beginning to get hit, right? Some of them are coming back from a week ban. Some other. So for me, like I just look at that like in total shock. Like, wow, I can't believe that YouTube is actually going after us. Like, it's all of us. So, man,
Well,
we need to start an association or something. Like, we need to start a union. We need to start something because a lot of us got hit within the same time period. That's not normal. That's
are you
definitely something
serious
that
about that? You really think we should start a union?
I think we should start something. YouTubers Guild, Guild, whatever the name is for it. Something because
Something that supports us.
yeah, because like you got to think like Kingdom Reacts got hit, right?
Right.
Seabow, Snapper,
Just
you,
reacts
me,
just now got I
Just
mean
Reacts, Stevie Knight,
Jen reacts. My bad.
Jen Reacts. My bad, Jen. My bad, Jen. I know
Jen reacts.
she's
My
gonna be
bad.
mad. My bad, Jen. But yeah, Stevie Knight got demonetized as well. So a bunch of people got hit around the same exact time,
Yep.
as if YouTube. And I don't want to go too crazy because I ain't trying to get banned, but I'm just saying like it seems like they all got like in an office, right? In an office room, and they're all just like, yo, this is how we're gonna go about this. We're gonna make sure that they feel us. Cause it was just one by one by one by one
Yep.
by one.
Yep.
You just told me about a couple that just got a strike as well. I forgot.
Half and
Half
J
and
just
Jay
now
just
got
got a
hit.
strike. I'm telling you, bro.
Half and Jay just now got hit. And matter of fact, half texted me, was like, yo, we just now got hit again. I'm like, what?
What?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I told you about. Like, that's the again I was talking about because they actually
Oh,
got
okay,
hit.
okay, yeah,
They
yeah.
actually got hit like a month ago. So it's like, and then when you don't get hit, you'll get an email saying that a video you posted 6 months ago got a copyright restriction. Like, whoa, y'all going way back in my catalog now? What happened when I posted that way back then or 3 months ago? It's like,
Yeah.
come on, bro,
Well,
relax.
your strike before you got this recent one, the one that you got was from a video almost a year ago, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
that means that once again, guys, I'm not even trying to I am speculating because how is it that videos from a year ago are now being reviewed, or YouTube's bot machine or YouTube's human reviews are just now going after people's old videos? That's weird and it seems targeted. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is this seems targeted, right? And what's going on, right? Because we're all pretty much doing kind of the same videos, kind of the same topics.
right.
Oh, there's something in those topics you don't want us to talk about. What is it? Why? You know what I'm saying? So for me, yeah, somebody said they're nitpicking. I agree. I think that is nitpicking. It's not actually like natural. It's not naturally something that the bot is going after. It's something that a human is going after. So yeah, man, I just thought that.
It
Does
is what it
anybody
is.
know my channel? Lou Valentino, guys. if you don't know my channel. But yeah, yo,
Yeah.
prayers to everybody's channel. Like I said, only thing we could do is pray and just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Not stress out. But yeah,
I'm
man.
glad you said that, bro, because anybody what people don't realize is that most of us do this and only this. Like this is our thing. Well, we don't do only this, but this is our main thing we do for money. This is what we do.
Yeah.
And when we get these strikes, we can't post anything and we lose a poop ton of money. And if we lose our channels, that's it, bro. It's like, okay, we got to start over from scratch. As a matter of fact, we lose all of our videos and all of that. So it is what it is. I just thank God for this moment because I don't know if tomorrow's going to be there. I thank God for you, young man, for real, because you're actually younger than my oldest kid.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah, my baby, man. She just now came down from Florida and spent a day or two with us. She came down to see Drake. She didn't come to see me.
Oh,
She just
word.
yeah, she came to see
Drake was in
Drake.
town.
Yeah, yeah. You know, when Drake come in town, people follow him wherever the hell he go. But I do appreciate you pulling up, big dog. Thank you, man.
No, definitely. Like I said, bro, we all in this together. As much as people, try to figure. Like I told other creators that got the strikes, they reached out to me. I just told them, look, man, this isn't my first time going around. Some of them
Right.
is their first time going around.
Right.
You just gotta be extremely careful. That's the only thing I'll say is extremely careful. And to your point, about what we do, this is what we do for a living. Um, the problem that a lot of people don't understand is like Van's coming back from a 2-week ban. I just came back from a 2-week ban on the 1st of August.
Yep.
Right. It just so happens that I got lucky enough to have, you guys and a bunch of subscribers that are willing to come back. But the problem is that YouTube, they have other people, right? There's other people that people are going to watch, and YouTube starts to feed. Once you disappear, YouTube starts to feed other people, and YouTube does, that's what the algorithm does, guys. So a lot of people have to start back over after 2 weeks, then 2 strikes, then you don't know. So for a lot of us, this is what we do. And this is our life, man. I don't want to put my eggs all in one basket. Obviously, we still got Rumble, we still got Twitter, we still got other platforms that are supporting free speech. But for a lot of us, you guys wouldn't know us if it wasn't for YouTube. So I am still thankful to YouTube, the platform. It's just the people running it are, very mysteriously, making people disappear.
Very mysteriously making people disappear, man. You make it seem like they killing people off, bro. They might, I don't know.
Hey, they not booming people, right? But I would say that they definitely, cooking a couple careers. Like there's
they
a lot
definitely
of people,
are.
like I could bet you right now. Comment down below, guys. People that you used to watch on YouTube that you loved and they're no longer on YouTube, right? And I could start by saying one guy, Dan Bongino, right? He's doing amazing on YouTube, but he no longer has a platform on YouTube. I mean, he's doing better, obviously on Rumble. But there's a lot of people that have been banned.
Yeah, Steven Crowder, he backed up a whole lot too because they demonetized him and they shut him down many times. So, but you know what's funny? Here's the thing that's wild. Anyone that's watching this right now, we can't even say those names too much because then it becomes an issue. I think it sets off an alarm, and then once those alarms are set off, whoa! They said what? They said Dan Bonner who? Oh man, we got to go watch this one. So
Yep.
I don't want to set off any alarms. I don't want to disrespect anybody, but at the end of the day, man, stop making up rules on the fly and believing that we just have to follow some unwritten rules that we don't know about and then penalize us for it. That makes absolutely no sense, man. We need to talk about 1619. We need to talk about racism. We need to talk about how Trump is a criminal and he need to be arrested just for saying something.
For that. Yeah, you won't get a strike for that. Oh man.
Just for saying something. How can you be arrested for saying something?
You won't get listen, man. You'll be fine if you're on the left, you'll be fine. If you're backing Trump, you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous, man. Let me pull up another one of our people down here. Hopefully we can hear her this time. Because she was ready for a minute. And she was actually one of the first people to come up in here, and then we couldn't hear, and then she had to leave. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great today. Happy anniversary.
Thank you so
My
much.
goodness,
25
25
long,
years.
hard years in a joint.
Well, me and my husband will be celebrating 31 come November.
What?
Yes. Yes.
Congratulations,
Mhm.
you woman of
Well,
God,
thank you so
you.
much. Well, thank you so much. I try. I try, but sometimes God's children really make it hard, you know? They test me.
They're
They do.
supposed to.
And
They
I have to
supposed to.
remind myself, and I gotta remind myself that God is especially fond of them, just like He's
Yes.
especially fond of me.
What's your
So,
secret? 31 years. What's your secret?
oh, patience,
Okay.
patience. Listen, listen to each other. It's not always easy. You're gonna
Mm.
wanna bash them in the head. They're gonna wanna bash you in the head. You gotta take 5, walk away.
That's right.
Walk away, calm down, cool
Hmm.
down,
That's
and
right.
remember they picked you and you picked them.
That's right.
That's
They
just
did.
simple. Yep.
They
So
did.
I want to thank you for your channel. I love your channel. I love your son's channel.
Oh,
And
bless you.
it's watching you grow over the last year or two that I've known about you because I started with you with music reactions. That's my thing. I love
Yeah.
watching music reactions. It's
I
so
had
awesome.
fun doing those, man. I had a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
You can see my band loyalty right
Oh
down Rush.
yeah. We have a gentleman who's been following the channel for ever since we started, and his name is Rush Fan. That's all we call him,
Wow.
Rush Fan. He sent
Rush fan. Yeah.
Yeah, and actually some of my supporters sent me Rush albums, like
Hmm.
Rush t-shirts, and it's
Hmm.
just been remarkable. But I have you up here on stage right now. I want to ask you one question. What's your biggest
Go
concern
for it.
right now with the country?
Oh, the fact that the media seems hell bent on dividing everybody. And I blame them because a populace divided against itself is easy to control. And don't fall for it.
That's right.
Don't question everything. I don't care what side you're on, whether you consider yourself all the way to the right or all the way to the left. Question everything. Question the motives. Keep your mind open. You know, I consider myself pretty much a conservative, but I've leaned more to the center as I've gotten older because I've learned to look at a few different perspectives on things
Hmm.
and keep an open mind. Try to anyway. Um, but if somebody seems just they're just going hardcore to really get you to, I don't know, to want to hate on someone,
Yeah,
question that, question it, because that's somebody who's up to no good.
you're absolutely
Because
right.
there's a reason. There's the saying is united we stand, divided we fall. That's a truism.
Yeah.
And so just question it with everything that you've got. Dig deep and as
Where are
deep
you
as you need to
from? Where'd
go.
you grow up?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay, Ohio. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Got it's kind of weird. I am Yankee born, but I am hillbilly bred because
Okay.
my mother was from Southeast Tennessee and my father is from Central Kentucky.
So do you know how to
And
shoot?
no, I don't. That's weird. I have a older brother who's a police officer. I should know how, but I don't.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sure your husband knows how to shoot.
No. Mm-mm.
He don't know how to shoot
Nope.
either?
Nope. Mm-mm.
Wow. Do y'all
No.
have guns?
But I tell you, no, no,
So
no,
you're a Democrat.
I
You're a
don't.
liberal. How did you sneak in here,
No.
liberal?
Oh, no, no. Proud supporter of the Second Amendment. Just because I choose not to
Hmm.
doesn't mean I want to take that right away from anybody else.
I understand.
So, no,
I'm just
no.
picking on you. I'm just picking
Oh,
on
I
you.
get it. I get it. I get it. And
So,
my reasons for not
mhm.
are we have a son who will be 18 in a couple of days, which
Okay.
surprises me, who is severely autistic.
Okay.
And I worry about, no, I don't know that that's a good, for our household, I don't think that's a good idea. I just
Okay.
don't. That's
I
that's
understand.
the concept and the idea that just terrifies me. So yeah, it's
I
not a good
understand
idea for our family.
100%. I understand
Yeah.
100%. God and family first. You're making sure you consider
Hmm.
everyone that's in your home. Absolutely. I'm with you 1000%.
Yeah.
My son,
Yep.
my
Yep.
oldest son is autistic as well, but he's highly
Mm.
functional. He's highly functional
Yeah.
autistic.
Yeah. Mine, unfortunately, mine is not. So, yeah.
Well, you
But
know what?
he has
God
his
blessed you
strengths,
with
and
your family. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, my niece
We're
was
all
diagnosed not too long ago. So yeah, we got an uphill battle to make sure that we do the best that
yeah,
we could.
fight, fight. Number one, assume intelligence.
That's right.
Assume intelligence. They, just don't make assumptions about an autistic person's level of intelligence.
That's right.
My son can't communicate as well as other kids can, but that doesn't mean he's not smart.
That's right.
He's very smart.
100%. I already know. Absolutely.
Yeah.
When God takes away one thing, he replaces it with another. And people need to stop like being so quick to judge somebody because they are not normal, so to speak. They're not like everyone else, because
Yeah,
that means absolutely nothing at all.
it's true. It's true. It
I
really
got a,
doesn't mean
I got a,
anything.
I got a question before we let you go.
Sure.
Who's your pick for the Republican primary?
Trump. Trump.
Okay,
He
so
was my pick in 2016. He was my pick in 2020. He's going to be my pick again.
Even with Vivek Ramaswamy running?
I like him. I like what I'm hearing from him so far. He's interesting. I'm not so certain that he might be completely ready this time around, but I'm definitely willing to keep my ears and eyes on him because I think that man's got a bright future. Really.
he just recently you know what? Yeah, we should ask everybody this. He just recently got it in a lot of he just lost a lot of people, right? Especially on the left. I would say mostly on the left. He says that Juneteenth is not necessary, that is useless. How do you feel about Juneteenth?
I think it was a long time coming, and it should have been acknowledged a long time ago. I really do. I didn't know anything about it until a few years ago, and
Yeah.
that's kind of sad, really. Kind of want to. I wish I could have a word with my former American history teacher. It's something he should have taught us, and he was pretty darn good. But he missed that one. He really did. But
A lot of people
understand
feel
why.
I'm sorry, a lot of people feel like it's useless, but there's a guy who wants to make it a national holiday. His name is Donald Trump. So I've noticed that a lot of people are going against their guy. Me personally, I don't think Juneteenth is useless. I think that Vivek kind of lost me. I was leaning toward Trump, but Vivek was definitely creeping up in my world. I'm not a one issue voter, but that's why I want to ask you, what you thought about it.
I just saw that recently, and I was kind of like, I kind of have to take a look at this because again, with everything, I try not to go by just quick sound bites. I want to hear everything,
Everything.
and I hadn't really looked into that yet, but I did see a headline about that. So that's something I'll have to take a look at. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I think Trump just got such a, it was the craziest thing I'd ever seen in my entire life. I'm 54 years old, and I'd never seen someone go from being highly admired and people going, yeah, that's the ideal. That's what I want to go for, shoot for. And then he runs as a Republican, and suddenly he's everyone's worst nightmare. I'm like, how did this happen? Did people just lose their minds? Did they just completely forget, the last, 25, 30 years of that man's existence? It just blew me away. And then COVID happened and people really lost their minds. I think COVID just broke people. I've watched so many people just be absolutely broken.
Yeah.
And it's sad. That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah.
But
I just think that
learn to be
us
patient.
as Americans, I believe that we're extremely unforgiving. So we can be friends with someone, we can support someone like everyone did with Trump, but as soon as he decided to run as a Republican, there were a lot of people who were friends of his who looked up to him, who made songs about him, who was on his TV show, who rubbed elbows with him, who probably stayed in his hotel for free on many occasions whenever they flew out. They just completely turned on him. But I see MAGA people doing that to him too. When he made his stance, when he decided to put out there that he agreed with the vaccine, a lot of people that was MAGA turned against him. When he's talking about, he's looking at Juneteenth as a positive, and he's talking about making that a national holiday. People that are MAGA are looking at it as a negative. And I say people that are MAGA. I'm not saying everybody that are MAGA, because that's not the case. But I'm just saying the MAGA country are in my algorithm right now, and I see when they make a decision on something. So it could be very fickle. But I will say this: when it comes to anybody else that's running as a Republican potential president, people are standing firm with Trump. Like Vivek, no matter how sharp he is, how rich and wealthy he is, how smart, like all of those things, it still does not matter. People want him to prove himself, even in a debate against Trump, which I think would be crazy. I can't wait for that to happen.
It would. I want to see it happen. I really do. I
Yeah.
think it would be a mistake for Trump to say, "Nah, no, I'm not stepping into that." Oh, step in. I want
Step
to see
in.
it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
want to see
I
that.
think he's leaning more toward being there. At least for one of them, if I'm not mistaken. But I know he spoke about that recently. He had the fans cheer on one of his speaking events, and they all pretty much want him to do it. I want him to do it. But yeah, I think he got it by a landslide. I think the only thing that's going to probably, God forbid, I mean, if he goes behind bars, but even behind bars, I think if he goes behind bars, I think he'll super win. I think he'll win by a landslide.
They're gonna make him into a
It's
martyr.
gonna be
if they do
so
it.
crazy.
And they don't see it.
So crazy. It'll be so crazy.
Yep.
Well, they're gonna make some type of loophole, something that says that he can't run, or he's not qualified anymore because he has more than 3 indictments or something. Like every time some information comes out about the Bidens, a new indictment. Like
Yep.
what?
Yep. Exactly. Yep. Happens all
What
the
the?
time.
It
It's consistent now.
it's
Consistent. Just
consistent.
run through.
Like you can expect it. Oh, new information came out about the Bidens. Okay, we got an indictment about to drop, and there you go. Like
Yep.
like
Happens
clockwork.
consistently. Yep.
Lena,
Listen, I need to
54.
run. Yeah.
All right, go
About
ahead.
that.
Before you run, I need to ask you one more thing. What's your stance on the fight in Alabama, at the boat deck? Oh my gracious.
I have to
Okay,
look
you
at
need to
this.
go see it,
I'm
and then
glad
come.
you
Second
didn't see it
shift.
though. I'm glad. Stay away from that. Stay away from it.
I need to know.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
Lena, thank
No,
you
I
so
work
much.
nights, so
It's-
I work nights, and so I nothing about it.
Just don't
But
fight
sometimes
no
I'm
black
clueless on things.
people near boats and water.
yeah,
No, stay away
don't
from
do
that.
that. And I will say also, Lena, thank you so much for being so open-minded. Thank you for
Try.
being one of the people who don't go off of sound bites, and you make statements like a real adult, like, I will have to learn more or read more about that or hear more about that before I have an opinion. I love that.
I try.
All
I
right.
try.
You have an
But I'm
amazing
always
day. Much love to you and your family. Okay.
Thank you so much. You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Peace. All right. So we got another gentleman that's coming
That
up.
was amazing.
Amazing. Hey, we should. I mean, I don't know what your time is like, but brother, you should probably consider, coming up here with me and doing this every now and again. What
Lord.
happened? Hold on one second.
Guys, what do you think about a weekly show? Comment down one right now if you guys want to see like a weekly show where we meet up like this. And maybe we'll do it like one time a week. We wrap up everything that's been going on throughout the week, politics, social stuff, and bring some people up just like this.
I have a question for you, Lou. If you
Yes,
go
sir.
on Joe Rogan's show, what would you want to talk to him about?
Oh, well, I wouldn't Patrick Bet David him. I think Patrick Bet David is such a great salesman. But
I
I
love
would,
that, man.
yeah,
I loved it.
he's a hustler. Like, he sold him. And Joe doesn't really fall for that. He actually pushes back against people trying to make him do stuff. But because Patrick Bet David's so smooth, no homo. I can't even say that, but he's this handsome dude. Like, he just, when you got a handsome dude, sharp, elegant with the suit on, talking to you, you kind of can't push back. Like, all right, you know what? I'm listening. So I think he sold them on a Trump thing. But if there was anything that I can talk to, bro, I would talk to him about um being in the middle, and having people that you love disagree with you to the point where there is sometimes no coming back from. Like recently, I've had some disagreements with some people
Right.
that I'm not sure if there's coming back from that to normal, right? And normal, I mean like not ever talk about politics again, because these conversations that I've had with them have been so intense and so like you start to see different side of people. That's why I try not to talk about politics with people that I love or people that I get along with, because you start to see a different side of them that you're like, whoa, you're willing to go that deep into like offending me because
Right.
you want to prove this point about politics and about Trump and about Republicans, Democrats, and all these things. So yeah, I would talk to him. I would talk to him about that. That's a conversation I would talk to a lot of people about. But I think with him, it's more like, yo, you got friends in comedy that are usually a lot leftist, and they lean left. And what do you think about what they think about you and stuff like this? I would talk to him more about being in the middle, how hard it is, and fence. I think he's on the fence on a lot of things, and I think that he's afraid to come out and in support of some things. Now, recently he has come out and said that the percentages of like voting stuff, let's just go with voting issues, the percentage is not zero, it's actually more than that. And I think that that's a good start opening for somebody like Joe Rogan. But yeah, Joe Rogan's already labeled the super right-wing extremist already, so that label's already on him. You might as well keep going, bro.
I honestly don't know how though, because he gives everybody an opportunity. He gives everyone a platform, but for some
No, he does
strange
not.
reason, who
No, he
does
does
he
not.
not give a platform?
Trump.
No, I'm talking about other than Trump, because I want him to give Trump a platform.
That's it.
But
it.
if he's super
Trump's
right
team
wing,
in 2020 or 21, like 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, asked Joe Rogan for the interview. Yo, would you like to have Trump on? And he denied it.
I got you on that. But if he's super right wing already, then why not give Trump the platform? And just because you
He
put
doesn't want to seem right wing.
See, and that's the thing, seeming, he cares about the wrong things.
He
That's
does.
something that I would talk to him about if I had an opportunity to be on this show. I would definitely talk to him about it. First, I mean, I would be a fanboy for a minute, because I actually started the channel right after I started the podcast. And I love the fact that he's been able to grow his podcast and be the #1 podcast on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. I think it's absolutely amazing. But at the end of the day, I think he comes off as weak for not even considering bringing Trump on the show. I think that's weak. That's just me.
Well, I think that Patrick Bet-David got him to open up just a little bit, but even then, as Patrick is trying to convince him, he's still kind of pushing back.
He's still
in
pushing
a way,
back.
like yo, like yeah, I would, but like like that type of talk is like, yo, I'll interview him, cool, but I'll also interview, like if I was up to him, I would have said, yeah, I'll interview Trump, but I'm also gonna go out of my way to interview Biden. I'm also gonna, because he interviewed RFK. You interview RFK, no problem.
Right.
So why not Trump and why not Biden? Just interview both. If you really want to be in the middle so bad, interview both. Number one of those guys is going to be talking very gibberish. He might not even be saying much. You might not even like be understanding what he's going to say when we talk about Biden, but just have the conversation with him if you want to be in the middle so much. Biden is gonna be on the podcast like this, like he's gonna be chatting. Like, Joe. I told you not to have him on. I told you.
Listen,
our nation is in great decline. Van Hall, I don't know who that is, but great guy.
I heard he's a great guy. But at the end of the day, I think it will be an amazing one-on-one conversation, Joe Rogan and Trump. And I think it will be a dope conversation between Joe Rogan and Joe Biden. He don't have to show any favoritism for either. He can ask hard-hitting questions. And he did tell Patrick Bet-David that I will probably want to know, how is it in the White House? How is it this? How is it that? How, like, if you want to know that, then interview him.
Yeah.
You the one with the questions, bro. So give him the questions. So yeah, I would like to see you on the show, man.
You see, that right there was clear indication that he does have questions for him, that he would interview him. And then he saw himself getting so like passionate about what he would ask him, and then he started slowing, backtracking. I was like, you know what, this guy, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I know. Honestly, I see some of you guys saying that you had some bad service while watching this live stream. I hopefully is cleared up for you, because I don't want anybody to have a bad experience while watching the live stream. But I'm going to bring my man up right now. His name is Clark, and hopefully Clark is ready. He's been waiting for a minute behind the stage, and I already know that he's going
That's
to kick butt.
Superman, Clark Kent.
Clark Kent. Let's go. Let's see what he's talking about. He looked like he really about to give you hell. He actually sent me a private message saying how much he don't like Lou Valentino. So hopefully he's man enough to say it while he's up here.
No, I love both of you guys.
Much love to you, brother. How you doing?
Hey, man, I've been supporting you for as long as I've been tuned in to you. I grew up in a mainly uh black neighborhood, and then you when you guys came on, it was like people who seen my point of view. So, but I've been cheering you on, Van, for a while now, trying to get you in with Steven Crowder,
Oh,
and
bless
I,
you,
I,
brother.
I recently seen you on Mug Club, or not Mug Club, but Rumble, and I'm like, oh, well, here we go.
Well, you
And Crowder came out with all his big, ideals this week, and I was kind of want to know what you thought about him.
who's Steven Crowder?
Yeah, but
I have not heard about his big ideas this week. Could you
Was that
mention some of them?
the Alex Jones stuff?
yeah, then the new Alex Jones segment, conservative twins are going to Mug Club to do a
Oh,
weekly
wow.
show.
Yeah, that
Uh,
was big. Yeah.
there was a really big announcement on
I love
YouTube.
it. I know. Listen, before even going to go check it out, I'm gonna tell you right now, I love it. Why? Because anyone who can establish themselves to be big enough to grab all of these huge content creators and create like a daily or weekly show where they bring everybody to
Right.
one location where it's censorship free, I'm with it 1000%, 1,000,000%. I'm with it. Now, I didn't like Steven Crowder before. I didn't, because I a lot of people know, I was extremely far left when I very first started this journey. All right.
And that's
So,
what I tuned in when he was making their transformation. Like, when, and I watched you from the very beginning until right now. And I'm like, this is a guy who has an open mind, who wants to learn. And that's what I want to do. I'm still learning. I'm 48 years old, grew
bless you,
up
brother.
in Columbus, Ohio. And I'm like, people who aren't willing to learn is what I think the left is now. The- And maybe that doesn't make sense to a bunch of people, but I'm willing to keep learning. And because I've voted for Obama, I voted for the Clintons. I
What?
Yes,
My man
I
came out the
did.
closet.
No, and I did, but that's how I grew up. My dad was in the union; he was a railroader. I grew up voting pro union, pro left. But I was in the union. I retired in January from UPS for 30 years of service as a Teamster. And but I eventually, after the first Obama term, this is when I went to the other side, if you want to call it that. I just grew up. So and I'm like, and I seen you kind of do that within the last couple of years, and I'm like, I can support this guy. He's willing to learn. And to me, that is a major deal. You got to be willing to listen to both sides and willing to learn. So and I've always and I've sent you like several YouTube messages and you got back to me and I'm like, this guy is there. Like he's willing to even answer his fans or critics. So I'm like, so I've always loved you and like I've and then because of you I've tuned into Lou and I'm like so now I drive a tractor trailer for a living and I'm like so you guys are like up there. Like I listen to you guys
Bless
a
you, bro.
lot. So
Bless you, bro. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much. Please be safe out there driving those trucks, man. People out there on the road, just make sure you give one up to God and Father God in the name of Jesus. I thank you for all of my blessings. I ask, Father, that you
amen.
protect me to and fro, get me
Yes.
back home to my family in one piece. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. Like
Amen.
just yeah,
Give me
absolutely,
back
man.
614, Jesus. That's all I
Absolutely.
say.
Absolutely. I want to say thank you so much for being patient with both myself and Lou because we both learning and I
That's
appreciate
what
your
it's all
support.
about.
It is. It is. It is.
Like
I
I said,
appreciate you, brother.
like when I sent you a message that said, when I was growing up, I had the pass that you guys were talking about earlier.
Mhm.
I could say that with my friends. You know, I could say that, but I would not dare say that now to anybody I didn't know. But with such still
Oh,
with
you got the
someone.
pass. Oh, the pass.
He
Oh, I
got the
had the pass.
pass.
I had to pass, man. I grew up with Fat Boys, Run DMC, Houdini, and WA. I had them all, like you know what I mean. And we would say that to each other, and I'm like, to us it was no big deal, but in the last 5 to 10 years, it seems like it's became a bigger deal. Like I would still say that to some of my boys that I grew up with, but I would never say that word out loud nowadays. It's and I'm not saying it's this or that. I'm just saying it's just like how things have changed in the last 20 to 25 years, and I think that's a part of the problem with this country is you just can't be real with people anymore. Like because I know when I was with my boys, we was all hanging out. Didn't matter what color you was. Everybody called everybody else that name. You know what I mean? Like growing
Wow.
up playing basketball or ball,
Right.
I was called that. I'd call you that. So it was just a weird situation. But nowadays, if you say that, even amongst your friends, like if somebody overhears you hanging out with your buddies that you've been buddies with for 30 years saying that,
Hmm.
they want to admonish you. Like, why would you say that?
Well, I have a
Well,
question for you, Clark.
yeah,
Have would you consider your? I know people who believe that all white men are racist. What would you have to say to them?
I'd say they don't know me.
I love it. Facts.
That's
I
a
mean,
bar.
that's
I love
it.
that.
That's
That's a
it.
bar.
You don't know me. That's it. I love it because people like to put everyone in one bag, one box. When I've seen many people be interviewed by Jesse Lee Peterson. I don't know if you know Jesse Lee
Yes,
Peterson.
I watched a million of your YouTube.
Amazing.
I got it. Yeah.
Say it for us, Clark.
What's that?
Amazing. Say it.
Amazing.
Amazing. See, he just seemed cool as a fan, man. Which
Nah,
you
he's cool.
drink
He's
you
cool.
drink brown, you drink whiskey.
I'm drinking Coors Light. Because
Oh, you talking
I
about
almost,
right now?
I almost thought you said. I almost thought you said the other
I'm a
one.
tequila guy, though.
You're a tequila guy?
Yeah, me and my wife like to travel, and then we went to an agave farm in Mexico. We learned about tequila, and tequila is delicious if you know what you're drinking. So,
I'm just now learning about tequila. Tequila is very is extremely potent, and I
hey,
haven't graduated to that yet.
the darker the tequila, the sweeter it is. I'm just saying.
Wow. Okay. All right. All right. Well, thank you for that, brother. Is there anything that you would like to say to the people, man? Let them know. I mean, so that they can be better off in moving forward with
Well,
everything that's going on in the society and politics and all that today.
like like I'm saying, just open your ears and listen, and don't use any of the stereotypes to guide your judgment. Use your own judgment.
I love that. I love that, bro. You just seem so cool and so laid back, man. I know that you and I will we could probably one day. I don't know yet. We can sit down, probably drink something, um, and just talk.
Yep. Hey, anytime anybody's in the neighborhood, just give me a holler.
My
I,
man.
I got a nice smoker, a nice grill. I'll cook it all up. I don't care.
I like to eat.
Hey,
I mean, it
I,
may not look like it. I'm skinny as
look,
hell.
hey man, I'm 6'2", 280 pounds. I like to eat too. So,
Sheesh, bro. You sound
but
like
I
a
got
boxer.
uh, an old one.
An old one. I love
'Cause I'm
that, man.
old now.
Listen, but old is the goal.
Hey,
That's what I say to my friends all the time. When we were younger, we didn't even see us getting to 21 and 25. But now we're
no, I didn't.
old.
I didn't either. Good look. If you look at my high school football picture, Van, I was the white guy. I went to all black school, but I'm like, hey, it is what it is. We all got along. They all came to my house for barbecues. I went to their house for barbecues. And like I said, it's all bullshit. Excuse my language, but it's
Good.
look. We can all get along. We just gotta find common ground. Our
Right.
common ground was we was poor, trying to get out of high school. That that was our common ground as a high school football team. You know, some of us had skills that could get us to the next level. I went to school with great NFL player, Terry Glenn, and I'm like,
Sheesh.
so I mean, like, some of us had those skills. Some of us wish we had those skills, and some of us knew we just had to get a job and go to work. But you know, as long as we did our part, we was all good. Like, if Terry Glenn was still alive to this day, he would pick me up in his car and we could just cruise. But, you know, he's gone and things have changed in the last 10 years. So, but, you know, I'm still hopeful. We'll get back to being just real people soon. It doesn't have nothing to do with anything else you do. Just be real and be able to listen. And that's all we need.
Bless you, brother. I appreciate you, my man.
I love you guys.
All
Oh, you
right,
too, man.
Be
You be
good.
easy, okay?
my
Yeah,
dog.
God bless.
God bless you, brother.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, bro. So we only got a couple more people. You hanging out or you what you doing?
Yeah, I'll stick around for like one more.
One more. All right, we got my guy coming up here. He was actually helping us out. He was being now. Here's the thing, too. Some of our supporters are so dope that they automatically jump into roles that aren't being filled at the moment. And he was acting like a producer. Like he was saying, "Yo, this feed is coming back in your microphone. Someone need to mute it." And the entire time he was helping us out from the back of the stage, man. So I appreciate that. So I'm gonna pull him up here.
Yeah, see, is it lover of Jesus humanity?
Huh?
With
Lover of
R.
Jesus and humanity is here. Where you see that?
Somebody commented.
There we go.
RO popping RO.
Oh
All right,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
it's
I.
just Ro. My name's Rob, but I'm too lazy to say the B, so it's just Ro.
Oh, you're on. I didn't know you were on. Okay, I'm
On.
gonna get to you in a minute. Bless you. Okay,
Oh yeah.
thank you. All right, what's up, Ro? What's up, Rob?
Hey, it's I just honestly I found you guys through some of your music reaction videos. I think Van, I found you on Jason Aldean. The reaction you did to his, I think.
Oh wow.
And I don't know. It's something I see with you guys that I don't see with a lot of YouTube creators is you pay attention to the comments, you react to it. This kind of format where you're kind of doing a town hall thing, like come in, give us your random opinion. You don't see that enough. All you see is this edited, like, we're going to direct you to think like we do type content. And you guys having this back and forth is a way better format, I think. And I think that's one of the things that gets you like, oh, we don't want people like changing their minds. We want them to be exactly what they are so we can put them in this box and leave them there, you know? So I don't know. I'm kind of coming up more on this talk show type format as opposed to just, hey, I think this video sucks and everybody else should too, you know? I mean, when you can change your mind about what you think about something with new information, that's called being an intelligent person, you know? Like with YouTube, I don't assume things about anybody, so I'll ask. Were you kind of like raised as more of a Democrat side of things, or were you on the Republican side from birth?
Nah, I never liked Republicans. Didn't know a damn thing about Republicans, but as a Democrat, lifelong Democrat in Washington, D.C., Southeast D.C., be exact, where everything is liberal, I was taught that anything outside of being a Democrat was bad. And I was also told that you don't have to pay too much attention. Just vote this way and just let us do our thing. Just let us do our thing and we'll take care of you. And that mentality right there destroys democratic cities time after time. So at some point, actually, I did not mean to get into the political side, to be honest with you. It was music that did that. And it was actually country music that did that. And a TV show that I reacted to called All in the Family that started to address certain things that my supporters wanted to talk about. So that's the only reason why I got into it. But yeah, Democrat for me. You, Lou?
From the Bronx, New York, so there are no Republicans, and if there are, they definitely ain't coming out and saying anything of them that they are.
Right.
So
That's
I probably,
like wearing the wrong color in LA, right?
yeah, exactly. Like exactly. That's a great comparison, actually. Me personally, like I just didn't grow up. I ain't really grow up. Like I remember 2008 when Obama won. I was really young, and 2012 when he beat. I remember like the narrative was like, yo, if Obama doesn't beat Mitt Romney, we are going back to segregation, like that type of talk. So I remember stuff like that growing up, but yeah, there was no such thing as being a Republican in the hood, at least in my opinion, because they wasn't giving out nothing for the low. Everything was
exactly. Exactly.
And you see like in your DC area there, like you have this one way of thinking. I think despite the Republican Democrat doesn't matter. When you only have one way of thinking within a group of people, you're never going to advance.
Facts.
Right. So like my family, massive family, I have 32 cousins within 5 years age range of me, huge, but mostly military. So my family looks like the United Nations because the men and women in my family that went and served, they came back with wives or husbands of all nations. It's just crazy, you know? So I grew up not caring about Democrat, Republican, black, white, Asian. None of it mattered. It was whether or not you're a person or not, you know? I mean, the way I say it is, hey, I don't care what color you are, you're capable of being a dick. And at that point, if you are, you're out of here, you know?
I like that.
We're all, I mean, I'm known as Ro the Hated just because I say things that are factual and people don't like that because it makes their feelings feel bad. But you know what? The truth is there's assholes everywhere in this world. You know, I whether it was a fire department, the military, whatever it was, wherever I was, there's bad people and good people everywhere. So the idea that you can only think one way and that's the only one way to be right is what stops. We used to have this format in our social life where you did discuss religion and politics and morals. And even if you disagreed and it got heated, you still had a beer and went, all right, well, if you got new information for me, maybe I'll kind of come towards your ways. We'll meet a compromise. Maybe we just both will never agree, but I'm still going to help you, you know, plow your field or fix your car or whatever you need help with. It didn't matter. Now people say, you know, I gotta hate you because you're pro this or anti
Right.
this, you know. So I mean, like that lady that was on earlier, she said she had you know, her son is autistic, and for
Elena.
her and her family, her choice, not having weapons in the home is right. And I totally agree. Like being able to examine it. I don't care if you're an absolute gun nut. If your situation requires you to examine that fully and the consequences thereof, and say, hey, it's just not safe to have one here. He doesn't have the impulse control or whatever it is, right? So, me, I live alone. I don't have any pets. I don't have any animals. All my kids are grown. Yeah, I mean, it's. I won't move my camera to show you, but yeah, it's like a small arsenal in here, just because I think they're fun. Now, that doesn't mean I think everybody should have one. You know, it doesn't mean that some. You know, I don't. I'm not going to push what I feel is right for me on you. You know, and that attitude is gone in this country. Yeah, all these formats, they're just trying to like, I'm making a point. I'm going to trick you into making my point for me. There's a lot of that stuff out there, and I think this is a much better way to approach it, and maybe get somewhere someday if we can have an actual conversation with each other rather than just one person preaching. Although I am rather windy, I know that.
Well, here's the thing, bro. You didn't say anything wrong just now. You ain't saying anything wrong. I think we're highly influenced by social media. Our social credit score sometimes seems to be more important than anything else right now. So someone could be ruined by saying one thing, so they have to get in front of their audience and do a I apologize, do the apology tour and all that BS, and they're not even superstars or anything. They're just regular people, but so that their coworkers not look at them as bigots, they got to explain why they are Republican. They explain why they support Trump, and all those other things. Who in the hell, excuse me, who is that talking while you're in the backstage? You're not supposed to talk while you're in the backstage. I love you though.
Well,
but you're right.
everybody's actually muted now, even the double guy there. But no, it's simple courtesies like that. Like that's a great example. In the backstage room, you can see all the people that are in here waiting to for me to shut up, and most people have their mics muted, you know, and then some people don't understand, you know. There's a little button there you got to push to mute your mic so that you don't get the background noise. Oh, let me turn that fan off.
Well, just let me correct you on something you said. People are waiting for you to shut up. As you see, I highlighted a comment that someone put on the screen, saying that Rob is a good conversationalist and he needs his own channel.
No.
No.
This goes back into like my days at Port Sill. I have legally I can qualify as a therapist. I have a psychology degree, and I would make a horrible one though, because if you came to me and said, "Oh, I just can't deal with the stress of there being so much mud in my backyard. I can't even get to my jacuzzi without getting my mud," I'd shut the hell up. You know, I mean, I would literally take the Dennis Leary approach. Shut the hell up next. You know, that's my therapy. Like, because I've seen some of the worst of humanity and the best too, don't get me wrong, but I've seen like real problems, and people here like arguing over which bathroom they got to go to, you know, things like that. It's like, can't you just be thankful that you're not at risk of starving to death? Like, and try your best. Don't like be a victim. To go out there and do what you can, do the best for society, help your fellow man. That should be common sense. This should be like everybody's directive, right?
It
I think
should
so.
be, but we're all entitled. We're all spoiled, and it's a bunch of arrogant Americans who feel like they should be most important out of everyone nowadays. Everyone feel like they should be celebrated because they are now something different than when they was yesterday. That's not our damn business. That's you and your God's business. That's not ours. But
Right.
you want to force whatever it is new that's in your life on us, and we should accept it. You know, I'm never going to go down that road because that is one thing
Right.
that got me
That's a
dinged
deep
on the
rabbit
channel
hole.
before. Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody said, "God save the Queen."
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
God
I
save
mean,
the Queen.
you really do. Like the other question I was going to have for you guys to follow up on that whole, where your race type thing was, when did you, age wise, information wise, what steered you towards, hey, I need to look at this myself, not just believe what people tell me, like when did you start really realizing like there's more to this? Like, whether it's like my car is making this noise, what's the one thing that's doing it? Well, sometimes it's not one thing. There's many factors in lots of things. You can't just blame global warming on cow farts,
Right.
it's not, there isn't one thing that's doing anything. So when did you start opening your mind up to that? Was it an age thing, do you think, or was it more of a exposure to raw information?
Lou, you can go first on that one.
That's a good question. I mean, me personally, like I think that a few things. Yes, you're right with the analogy of like there could be mad things wrong with like the world or your car. So there's always more than one thing. But like I would say like 2021, like 2 years ago, when I really don't want to spark up yellow marks and all that stuff, but when this was coming about, right? And
Right.
all that stuff, and
The pokey poke.
let's call it the boogeyman, as David Nino would say. What
Okay.
the boogeyman was happening, and they were pretty much giving you that ultimatum of like, hey, you can't do this if you don't have it. I thought that was very eye-opening. Not politically, because I wasn't thinking about it in a political word, but just like, oh, like that's weird. Like, why would they want to do that? Like, that seems like very biblical. So biblically, like when I first came to America, well, when I first came to the States from Puerto Rico, even though Puerto Rico is but technically it's not a state. So when I came to the States, I personally like grew up on welfare and I grew up on all these different things. So for me, like I just kept it moving. Like I never really thought about politics, but I was always very in tune with Christianity as a whole, and being good and knowing right from wrong. And my mom told me, like in the Bible, it says, when I was young, she told me, once you know right from wrong, you will be judged. And I was like, yo, so I've always took that with me. And then Black Lives Matter, 2020, the riots, all these different things that happened. And for me, I was just like, hey, this is another big, I was definitely left, super left, the white supremacy. We got to take it down. We got to make sure we fighting back and all these crazy things. And boom, Candace Owens happened. And I think she changed my perspective on everything when she came out with The Greatest Lie Ever Sold. So all that stuff tied in together. I did, there's some diving deep in front of people, right? Reactions, and my life kind of changed that. I was just like, yo, I didn't want to say it, but we got fooled by Black Lives Matter, and what else are we getting fooled by? And I think that opened up the floodgates. I mean, there's still a lot of things that I'm still kind of liberal on, but mostly I lean more conservative just because I relate it to a biblical standpoint of where we're at in life. And I think that a lot of these things that are happening now are very biblical. And I think in order for it to be biblically respected, it will have to be a right-wing perspective, because left-wingers are more godless, it seems like. And I just think that if a lot of people on the left are Christian, then I'm questioning like, you can't be a liberal.
A shot across the bow. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no such thing as being a liberal Christian. You can't. It's impossible, right? There's rules and regulations to the Bible, and if you don't want to abide by that, that's up to you. And that's why America is so great, because you got the separation of state and religion and stuff like that. But this is the way that this America was founded. America was founded on the principles of Christianity and overall morals, and people that wanted the best for America. So yeah, that's just how I feel about it. So that's how I kind of tie everything up together. I kind of tie my thoughts to that, to biblically Christ, and also like a right-wing perspective, and also central perspective,
right.
And also seeing, okay, how can I be a little liberal about this? Because you do need the balance. Jordan Peterson, in closing, I'm going to say, Jordan Peterson said, the reason why you need conservatives is because you still need to go about things in the old style and the old way, because it's always worked. And the reason why you need liberals is because you have to be open to a new way. If the car is not running anymore on the old way, we got to get some new tires, bro. You feel me? And we got to kind of balance it out. So that's kind of how I go about life.
Damn, Lou. Hey, Lou, how in the hell can I follow that, bro? That was good, man.
I'll give you 10 more seconds to figure it out. To follow up on that, to follow up on that, Lou, great response, by the way. To follow up on that, though, what do you think you're done learning, or do you think that it will ever stop?
Nah,
as
I'm
far
a
as you
student.
being able to understand the world you live in.
So because I've had so many great people in my life, you know, my cousin who I met when I met my dad for the first time like 5 years ago, he told me, he basically said, become a student of life, which means that you can't ever stop learning, right? The moment that a lot of people start to fail is the moment where they think they know it all. And I was one of those people that I was very young and I was like, yo, I know it all. Like, it's all good. I know this. No, I don't. Right.
Or
I
at
learned
least you
something
know
new.
better.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, you don't stop ever learning and you have to become a student of life. And yeah, that's how I approach life now, and never stop learning.
Wow,
And
bro.
that's exactly the right. That's the correct answer. You get to go to the next level. No,
You get to go to the next level.
no,
You
but
get to go
that's
to
the best
Hollywood.
attitude for the
Going to
average person, I
Hollywood.
feel.
You
Yeah, there you go.
got 4 yeses.
You got
Golden
4 yeses.
buzzer. No. Yeah.
Honestly, Rob, I had to see other people who look like me give me a different perspective. That's what I needed.
Wow.
That's it. Because when you're raising 4 black children in America, you're trying to get them the best advice and the best guidance as possible. Before I my 2 oldest children forced me to give a white organization a chance because they both went to PWIs, predominantly white institutions for college. Although my oldest daughter wanted to go to Howard University, but I mean, that didn't work out because of other things. But anyway, so I needed to see some people who look like myself give me a different perspective. And when I seen Thomas Sowell break it down for me,
Okay.
bro. When I seen Shelby Steele break it down for me, bro. When I seen Candace Owens break it down for me and give me different perspectives. And Candace Owens was one of those people that when I started getting into the Thomas Sowells and the Shelby Steels, I was apologizing to people on my channel saying, yo, people are asking me to check out some Candace Owens, but I can't do it. Why couldn't I do it? Because Black America, for some strange reason, looked at Candace as a traitor. They looked at her as the enemy. They looked at her as she's sleeping with the enemy. She married a white man. Now she feel like she's white and black skin. And I'm like, what are y'all talking about? And then my oldest daughter said, Dad, you should probably listen to her one time, just one time, because she let me know that she listens to her.
What?
And I trust my daughter.
Wow.
And I said, yo, for real? So I
Wow.
listened to her and realized that Candace, not only is she beautiful, she is extremely intelligent and she's fair. Now, does she play the game? Yeah, she plays the game.
She definitely
Everybody
plays the
plays.
game.
She
plays
definitely
the
plays the game. I'm talking about with the shock
Well,
value, with attacking
yeah.
certain topics in the way that she do things. Yeah, she plays the game, but she's fair. And that right there was enough for me to go down the rabbit hole of other black individuals who had something to say to give me another perspective. Do I still have my liberal way of looking at things? Absolutely, because I was always blackity black. I was, I wasn't Black Panther or anything like that, but I was a part of an organization that pretty much taught the same things and moved the same way. And I went a great majority of my life believing that if you were black, you couldn't be racist. I believe that that all white people had like a teaspoon of racism in them. And I always believed that United States of America did not have our best interests at heart if you were not white. But it took me a minute to really go down that rabbit hole and see for myself that people are full of sugar honey iced tea, bruh. And how can I raise 4 amazing children and be a robot? So I couldn't do that. That would not be true that would not be good for them, and I wouldn't be true to myself. Am I still beefing with some of my family members about my new ideologies or my new way of looking at things? Absolutely. But that's supposed to happen. Like you said, back in the day, like my man Clark was breaking down. Back in the day, we would settle our differences and we'll just move on. Like you just now said, we need to settle our differences and still be able to help one another out because we all have to live here. So that's where I am right now, bro. The more information I get, I put it into my system, and I separate them. It's like I was always taught in ministry. I was in ministry for a really long time. When you get information,
Would have
don't
never guessed.
always judge the messenger. You eat the meat, you spit out the bones. Treat it like fish. You eat the meat, you spit out the bones. You take in the good, put out the bad. But even the bad, you have to investigate, because most times the stuff that you think that you're kicking out that's bad, most times it's just something that goes against what was already ingrained in your mind over the years that you've been here on earth. So
Right, which is the definition of prejudice.
which is the definition of prejudice. So you just have to learn along your journey and give people the same grace that you would like to receive. Like, because none of us are perfect. So, you know what I mean? And to
Now,
act
when
like
I was
we are,
19, I would have disagreed with you. Some of us are perfect.
we
Six
all
foot
would, though.
three, mountain of muscle, walk into a club and be like, you, and bring a friend, let's go.
Okay, let me
What
just say this.
a young man.
Anybody above 6'2" gets on my damn nerves. So Rob
Hey,
and
I can
Lou,
relate. I can relate. I'm actually not that far off because I am 6'3" myself at 26 years old. Hence,
Hey, they're calling that vertical privilege now.
it is vertical privilege, because when a woman looks up, she think that y'all are automatically gods. I'm like, come on, man. You can be
Hey,
5'11", 6 feet.
somebody said the van, you didn't believe in 1619. What they talking about? What's that about, bro?
No, I did not believe in 1619. As a matter of fact, it's still taking some. Honestly, I still don't believe in 1619.
So I'm reading here that give me 1 second. I'm gonna read here
Go ahead, brother.
So because I kind of knew what 1619 was, but it's basically what year did slavery start, which would be that at the very least 1619 represented a landmark in the long history of slavery in the European colonies and the beginning stages of what could become the institution of slavery in America. So you're saying you don't believe in what exactly when you say you don't believe in 1619?
I don't believe that. I believe that a lot of black people were already here.
We're already here.
We're already here. I don't think that we were just brought over on some damn ships and
Okay,
all
you're
of
talking
our
about
and all of our
American slaves.
yeah and all of our ancestors were slaves and all that other stuff.
So
Because
1619 is indicating that that was the first black people brought over to America.
that's how a lot of people look at it. Like 1619 was when we came over to this country and were used to build up the country for the white man. Nah, I don't think it went down like that. But it's a lot of history that's been destroyed that we can't find.
Those who win tell history, so that's kind of how I look at it. They're telling history in their way because they were the ones writing the books. Maybe, not sure what the intentions were behind that, but I would say 1619. So that means that there was 1,600 years after Christ that there were no black people in the land or in the United States as a whole.
Yeah,
that's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that people weren't like, I don't know. It's just hard to believe. But hey, it could be. I'm not sure.
It was only natives, and then the white man came over here and said, "Hey, can we come to your cookout?" And they said, "Yeah, take this turkey and some mashed potatoes and yams." And then they came to the cookout and murdered everybody. and then they went over to Africa and said, "We need to build this place up. We need some free labor, so we're gonna go get some black people to come do it." And I don't buy it, man. Not fully. I'm still learning. Though it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm still learning. I'm not a historian. Far from it.
Well, one of the shocking things that I see a lot of reaction videos from the black community, or when they look at that one little documentary about how, slavery wasn't invented by white people. Slavery's been around since biblical times. There's even rules about don't steal your neighbor's slaves, So I mean, but there hasn't been a whole lot of racially motivated slavery in ancient histories. The big one is like the strong enslaves the weak. I mean, that's generally how it's been throughout history, and that is like the biggest message to me. Whether you're talking about slavery or you're talking about just in high school, some big jock douchebag everybody assumes I was, picking on some little dude because he's wearing glasses and shoving it in his locker. if you see that strong,
I think
picking
he's
on weak,
confessing, bro. I think you are confessing
no,
what you
my role, I mean, that's why I joined the fire department directly out of high school, is because if you see that and you do nothing, you're part of the problem. You need to go over to that big guy, and I'm blessed to be a big guy, so I go over to him and be like, stop that. You're not going to do that. And there's two great benefits to that. One, you feel right about yourself. You don't feel guilty about doing stupid shit to stupid people or weak people. And the other part is women see that and they're just like, oh, that was awesome. So
Yeah.
there's a side effect of like being a good man, and stopping that. If I don't have very many skills, I can blow anything up. I can destroy stuff very well, and I have to stay very focused because I can't create art. You look at these paintings behind me. My ex-wife made
Oh,
those.
that's you?
Huh?
Those are yours? You did those?
His
No, my
ex-wife made him.
Oh, his
my ex
ex-wife.
made them for me because she know I like fire, so she made me a set for my living room when I moved in here.
That's what's up.
And she can create. She can. Artists can make it. I love it when
Shout
people can
out to
do
your
things.
ex-wife, man.
Huh?
Shout out to your ex-wife.
Oh yeah, she's awesome. She makes mugs. She makes
Wow.
tobacco smoking water pipes.
She still makes you things.
Oh yeah, we're still good friends. We had
Good,
3 kids
good.
together, so that's the mother of my children. No matter
Right.
how our relationship was going on, we've only been divorced about 8 years now. And once the kids were out of the house, she's like, you're kind of a dick. I just want my own corner to go to, you know. And you're not coming in the bedroom anymore. And
I
that's it. I mean, everything else is fine. And that's what I see with society. I see with between races. When you have a separation with somebody, just separate the part that you're separated about.
right.
The rest of it, you still be friends. I still love her. I'll still go fix her car if something's wrong. You know, I mean,
Would you hit that thing?
um, if I was to admit, yeah, hell yeah. You know?
He said, hell yeah.
Little mama was a gymnast in high school.
Yeah.
She's one of the most intelligent women I've ever met.
Yeah. He still love
and
her like on a what, man? I think that's
yeah,
a blessing, bro.
even 46 years old, she can still rock that onesie, you know.
Yeah,
That little
I hear you,
leotard
bro.
thing. So, but we know, we thought it through. We know that that's going to open up a floodgate. And the next thing you know, we're going to want to cohabitate. Next thing you know, she's going to want to stab me in my sleep because I said some stupid shit like I always do.
Yo, somebody said go get you some bang bang tea.
Get you some bang bang tea.
Yeah, well, she makes a special tea, but it has to do with little Mary Jane stuff going on. I don't really go into that much because I don't trust myself without my inhibitions. I'm scary when I get like a little liquor or weed in me. So I don't partake that often, but I don't judge people that do. See, this is the thing. If you like to drink tequila, you're getting into tequila, right? So if you like to drink tequila, and I think it's crazy because I, almost murdered a guy while I was drinking it one time in
Oh
college.
Lord.
My goodness,
Then like I'm not going to judge you for doing it. You know what I mean? If you like to do something, race cars, I don't care what it is, and I think it's like dangerous or ignorant, that doesn't mean I'm going to like hate you for it. Stop hating each other for our differences.
Right.
Like if you're a man and you don't have a beard, I'm not going to be like you pussy, So
I have a question for you, Rob.
Yeah, go ahead.
Question for you, man. If you had one thing to say to the country about what's going on today, what would you give to them? Like, if you had one thing to say to them,
Stop reacting to what you hear and respond to it. Meaning, do your research, understand what it is. Don't vote for something without understanding what you're voting for.
bars.
Don't react when a guy comes up and calls you a name and acts like he's going to swing at you. Don't react to it and just immediately punch him in the face. Find out why it's happening. See if you can de-escalate that. Respond. Do not react. That's like saved me many and many a times, and I should have been in jail if I'd have just reacted. So you cannot. I told my kids that. I said, when I was raising my boys, I said, don't just react. If I catch you fighting in school, it better be to defend somebody else. If somebody's
I hear
trying to
that.
fight you, just walk away. De-escalate.
De-escalate. Well, thank
Yeah.
you, brother. I only asked that because I'm about to get to these other people that we got waiting,
Oh
but
yeah.
I
I
really
know I'm a
appreciate you.
windbag.
Well, nah, you good, bro. You seem to be smart as a mother sucker, but at the end of the day, I will say this: what you added to the channel, just with your conversation and your presence, is definitely appreciated. What you add to this country by being a big guy, but still thinking first and not being physical first, or realizing your faults and knowing when to back off, knowing when
There's a
to
bunch of them.
quiet it, knowing when to soften up a little bit. That just means that you pay attention and you're considerate of others around you. So I really appreciate that, man.
Yeah, if you're a man and you're looking to get a great compliment, what my ex-wife told me, uh, she labeled me a steel teddy bear at one time, and it really did just like set the tone for my whole life. This is in high school, right? Steel teddy bear. So here, 30 years later, I'm thinking to myself, I could have been that asshole that you see on YouTube all the time, that's punching people randomly and just doing stupid shit. But because of her, because of that feminine presence to keep my ignorance under control, I was able to have a life where I was actually able to help people. And if that's not your goal, to just help people when you can, just stay at home. We
Just
don't
stay
we
at
don't need
home.
you. Yeah.
Much love
Go
to
to
you, brother. I
yeah.
appreciate you taking the time, man. You got anything for him, Lou, before we roll?
Nah, man, I appreciate you, bro, being here with us, and I appreciate your time. C View Jr. is saying that you should get your own channel, man. So listen, bro,
People keep telling me that, but I
you
don't
got
think the
some
world's ready
subscribers
for me
coming, man. You
unleashed.
got some subs, man.
The world is ready for you, Unleashed, bro. The world
I
is
don't know.
talking. They're speaking. They
I don't
spoke
know.
up.
I've had to edit my words this whole time so I didn't get you dinged.
Well, at least you're self-editing, which a lot of people can't do, including myself. That's good.
Yeah,
Self-edit in your head.
exactly. But thank you, brother. We'll look forward to talking to you again, my man.
All right, my
thanks,
dog.
thanks for sporting the format. I love that.
Peace, man.
All right,
Take
brother.
it easy.
All right. So what you about to do,
Friday
Lou?
in a small town.
Hey, you hanging out or you rolling out,
I
brother?
gotta get up out of here. I'm about to eat real quick, and then I got a video to make and post
Eat,
up. So
eat, do your thing, get to your
I
business,
haven't
bro.
eaten nothing today, guys. Been up since early, so I'm gonna get up out of here. But appreciate you, bro. Like I said, a lot of people commented one, and they're ready for us to do the show weekly. So you just let me know the date and time, and then we'll get it popping. What's today? Today is what? Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Shit, man. Every Wednesday at a certain time, we get it popping, right?
All right, before you leave, can you give the people one thing that just one nugget?
Or like what? What you mean? A nugget? What?
A nugget, man, like a nugget, like
You mean like some words of motivation?
yeah, motivation or something that you want them to start doing or stop doing or go see. I want you to go check out Sounds of Freedom or I don't know, which I still haven't seen.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can find me on the YouTube, also Rumble. Like I said, just follow Rumble. It's very important just to have that stack pack there. And on Twitter, Lou Valentino everywhere. You guys could definitely go check me out and just dropping videos, as many videos as I could. Right now, I'm covering this Trump case, which is a very big deal. There's a lot of facts that are missing. A lot of people don't know. A lot of narratives being spun about Trump and how much time he's facing, but also his lawyers and these interviews that they're doing where they're trying to switch the narrative. So we're covering that. And yeah, just a bunch of stuff overall as far as the Trump case is happening. So there's a lot of stuff happening overall, but I'm trying to do one by one. I just feel like right now we don't know. And I think a lot of people are uncertain about Trump and if he's actually, really about to go in, So I think that that's a very, something that I'm definitely keeping my eye on and covering. So appreciate y'all. If y'all subscribe, if you have not subscribed yet, man, go subscribe. Appreciate Van. You the dog, you the man, you the leader of the pack.
Man, please,
Right?
y'all
We
make
all
sure.
follow you. We all following you. Just remember that.
Yeah, right.
We're all following the leader of the pack, which is Van Hall, man. So I appreciate you, OG, and thank you for having me, bro.
Much love to you, player. Enjoy your day and enjoy your meal.
I appreciate you, fam. God bless.
All right, peace. All right, so I don't know if y'all still want to come up here now that Lou is gone. Some of y'all was just probably wanting to come up here because Lou was here. If that is you, then I apologize, Chris. I don't see your video, so I'm going to go to Lover of Jesus and Humanity first, and if I see your video pull up, I will come back to you. Lover of Jesus and Humanity is one of my biggest supporters on the LFR Family Channel. Whenever I go live on Twitter, um, her and her brilliance is there. She helps out a lot. I really appreciate you. How are you doing? You're still muted.
Yeah.
There
Sorry,
you
I'm
go.
trying to keep that mic muted.
And thank you. I appreciate that. How you doing?
Great. Doing really good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm happy to be back after 2 weeks being banned from YouTube for
Yeah.
not doing anything. I did nothing wrong, but hey, they said I did something wrong, so I guess I gotta stand by that. So
Yeah.
if they said I did something wrong, then I guess I did something wrong. But yeah, so
No, you don't
now
have
we're
to.
here.
You may have to deal with it, but you don't have to stand for it.
I don't have to stand for it.
You don't have to stand for it. Sorry, I got to. Hey, okay. I'm fixing to get my little grandbaby. Come here, buddy.
Oh, she got a grandbaby with her.
Come here. Come here. Say hi. Come here. Say hi. He took off running.
He's fast.
He's not 2 yet.
That's all right. That's all
Anyway,
right.
that's life.
That is life. So have you,
Um,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just said he was peeking at me at the door.
Oh.
He's running. Sorry.
Nah, don't be. That's life right there. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's the future.
I know, Mimi's
I
here.
understand exactly what he's saying.
Yeah. I got you. So you can say hey. Look. Say hey.
Oh,
Say hi.
hello. Hello. What's his name?
Dakota.
Dakota. What's up, Dakota?
Say hi.
Hey, Dakota.
This is
Dakota's
number 6.
you're 6?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
God is blessing you and your family.
So much we don't even know how to handle it. Really.
Got that cracker? Chilling.
That's Papa. Papa's coming in the room. Hey, I'm gonna give you him because I'm on live here. That's fine.
Dakota
Okay.
got fans. Dakota got fans.
Yeah, go in there with Papa.
They like Dakota. Hey, Dakota.
You go in there with Papa. Papa's okay. Go outside with Papa. Go see the cars. He's gonna yell at the door. He'll be fine. So sorry, for that to happen.
You are good. Trust me, you are good. I think you blessed us all with that ball of cuteness right there, that young man.
Oh my God, he's like I said, he's number 6. So we are very blessed.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're married, right?
Yeah, 35 years.
35 years. Now, what's your secret?
You learn. You learn as you go.
Yeah.
There is no, put God first.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
But other than that, you learn each other as you go, and you give grace and you ask for grace because you're going to mess up. You're both going to mess up. No one's going to be perfect throughout your whole lives. But when you get, my husband and I were talking about this the other day, when you get to this side of it, it makes everything you went to so worth it. Yeah. Because, we're 35 in, we're retired. I'm able to do my artwork now. And whenever I want to, I just paint when I want to. And he's retired and he loves the grandbabies and we get them. We're babysitting when they work. So it's joy.
This is how life is supposed to go. You handle your business when it's your time, and then you get a second life again. It's like you're in your second, third, or fourth life. You know what I mean? And that's how it works.
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. So you're here today. What's going on with the country, or with the channel, or with social media, or with society, or with anything that you like to discuss?
I am disappointed with YouTube. We're supposed to be a free voice country. We're supposed to be able to have free speech. It's an amendment. It's a right. But yet YouTube, you can have free speech as long as your free speech lines up with what they want you saying. But as soon as it doesn't, then you're demonetized or you're getting strikes. I'm not on YouTube, but to me it's disappointing as someone who follows you on YouTube and others that you can't just speak your free mind.
Yeah,
And
it's unfortunate.
it really is.
It's unfortunate. One thing that my wife reminds me all the time, they are a private company and they have to appease someone, whoever's above them or whoever they're, what you call it, the people who are investing in them.
Hmm.
They have to appease all of those people who are way bigger than you, and you're just a little nugget. And it is what it is, you know. It's like I don't know. I don't like it, but I'm with you 1,000% on that.
Yeah, yeah. And as far as the country goes, we need to stop listening to the division that they keep trying to put between all races, creeds, all religions. But what their tactic is, as long as they can keep everyone divided, then they can keep doing things the way they want to. Because we're not joining together, we're not becoming united, which is what this country was founded on. United, and if we came together, if everyone would just put aside whatever differences they have, come together, realize that we all have a common ground, and that's love,
That's right.
then we could get through so much more, and there would be so much less of this hypocrisy that they're trying to feed us. It's But one thing I do know is that as far as life goes and eternity goes, we're in a fixed fight
That's right.
because we win.
That's right.
Regardless of all of the sugar honey iced tea, which I don't
Yes.
touch, but I do say that a lot. Regardless of all of the sugar honey iced tea that's going on in the world, we still win. In
That's
the
right.
end, we win.
That's right. I love
I
it.
appreciate you very much. I really do, because I was raised sheltered in a small country town. Um, and I was raised in a racist home. My dad was very racist when we were growing up. And I was in kindergarten, and Mrs. Varners was this big, heavy black lady. She was my kindergarten teacher. And I was going through some things as a little girl that were happening to me. She had no idea about, but she recognized something in me that needed love. And I can still feel her hug me.
Wow.
Still feel that hug. I'm 56 years old. I can
Wow.
still feel that hug from her that I would get every day from Mrs. Farners. And I looked her up years later, but she had passed before I got a chance to go and tell her just what an impact that she had on my
Wow.
life, because she really did, because it was her love that in kindergarten that caused me to start realizing that people are just people. People are
Amen.
just people. We may have different tone colors, but that's it. That's the only difference. And I know we're raised differently, we have different cultures and all of that. But when you get underneath the color of the skin, we're all the same. And God doesn't see our outward appearance, He sees our
That's right.
hearts.
That's
And
right.
that's how we have to begin to see each other, is to see our hearts. And if we could, and if it wasn't for her, I may not have had that grandson that you just saw. My daughter in
Wow.
law is biracial. And
Wow.
yes, and she's been, I think they met when she was 16, and they've been together for 10, 12 years.
Wow.
So, yeah, and she's that little precious little thing right there. I would never have had him and I really think if it wasn't for Miss Varner's and the love that she showed me, and so that I was able to understand. And when I grew up, we didn't have all of the racial issues that they have now. Now, the years before that, when my brothers grew up, there were riots and things like that. But when I was growing up, we were all just kids. We were all just kids. We went to school together. We were in class together. all of that. There was no, as far as what I recognized and understood. Now, it may have been different for the other kids, but for me, we were just all kids and no one treated each other differently. So
I
we need
like
to get
that.
back to that.
I like that. Do we have anyone sensible who can run the country and be able to have a heart for people, have a heart for God the same way you do? I mean, because we got this in our mind that in order to run the country, that you got to be this hard, take no sugar,
Yeah,
honey, iced tea from anyone, not give people not let people have a voice, that type of thing. And it doesn't have to be that way.
right. No, it really doesn't. It really doesn't. If we could see past all of that stuff and just realize that if we did begin to work together and stop with the division, it would be a different country. It'd be a different country. And it would be one that we could be proud of again.
Oh, that's right. You're absolutely right about that. How are you
Yeah.
leaning towards Vivek Ramaswamy at the moment?
I like what he's saying, but truth is, I feel like because of what Trump did his first term and because of everything that Biden has done since, I think we need Trump back because he has no backup in him. He is straightforward. He comes at it. He's not going to try to sugarcoat anything. He's going to tell you what he thinks and he's going to get things done. That's what he did the first term. He got some really great things done for the country. And I know as far as financially, we were a whole lot better off
Yeah.
financially than we are right now,
Yeah.
personally, for my husband and myself.
Yeah. And I'm also leaning toward the fact that it seems to me, and I might catch some backlash from some people on the left and from black people who watch my channel that don't agree with me at all, who I invite to the channel to come talk to me all the time. I'll open this up for people not
Right.
only who agree with me, but who oppose the things I say.
Hmm.
I believe he has no agenda.
I don't think he does
I
either.
don't think he has a personal agenda.
Yeah, I don't think he does either. If he did, he would not be running for president.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because what did it do? What did it benefit him the first round?
He caught
Nothing.
nothing but hell.
Exactly. That's all he caught throughout the whole term. And since then,
Yeah.
they're trying so hard to come up with anything they can possibly come up with to keep him from being legally able to run for president because they don't like what he did the first term. They didn't like being cleaned out, the swamp being cleaned out. So, but
Yeah.
I say let him back in and give him and this is not going on YouTube, right? Some of it. Are you going to cut some of it out?
I will if you like. But I will tell you right now, we're already live on YouTube.
Okay, then I don't want to say anything because I don't want you to get another strike.
I then don't. Then
Okay,
don't.
yeah, I don't want to get another strike for you.
Isn't that messed up that we can't even formulate a
Yes.
thought? Like we can't even say what's on our mind. And I know you're a great person. So even if you say the things that we're not supposed to say,
Yeah.
allegedly, it
Yeah.
can negatively affect the channel. And you're like, well, you know what? I won't even say it. That
No, I
sucks.
don't cost you anything. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sucks. That
I'll just
sucks.
comment it later.
Well, it absolutely sucks because you're a great person, and I want to hear what you have to say about I mean, because anyone else get to say whatever they want to say. And I'm noticing this too. The larger your channel is, like if you're in the millions, say you're a Joe Rogan channel or you're
Right.
a Valuetainment Patrick Bet David channel, you can say whatever you want to say. You can interview
Right.
people and you can say the words that we go out of our way not to say, and you
Right.
can keep those videos up. And it seems like they don't get penalized. I don't understand that. Not that I want them
Yeah.
to. I don't want any of us to get penalized for speaking plainly.
Right. But what's fair is fair.
Yeah.
And just like with you getting the strike, I saw your YouTube video the other day where you were talking about, or maybe it was on Twitch, one of them, where you were talking about that at the 2-minute, 3-second mark,
Yeah.
when that they quoted in the email that it wasn't even you talking.
Nah.
Patrick,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
was that fair?
It wasn't.
It's
It
not.
wasn't.
It's not.
And
And
then
if
when
it's me, my mom used to say, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know?
You would want to think that, but when you're in somebody else's house you can't tell them how to operate their house. You know, if they want to change the rules on a dime, then what can you do? I'm in your house. I got to
Yeah.
play by your rules. So that's what's happening right now on all of these platforms. And I think it's bull sugar honey iced tea.
It is.
But at the end of the day, just if you can do me one favor, because I already know, especially you, with a name like Lover of Jesus and Humanity, if you just can continue to pray for me,
Absolutely.
for my family, for the channel, I will really, really, really appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, absolutely. That goes without saying. And I
Yeah.
put my real name in parentheses just so you could actually know.
Yeah.
Because we've
Yeah. I
been
see.
talking with the handle for so many months now. It's like, it's time to
Well,
know, I guess.
well, I will call you Jeanette, or I can call you Lover of Jesus and Humanity. They are both equally awesome. And also, I want y'all to see something too. I want y'all to look at her. I want y'all to look at her and understand that when you operate with kindness and with love, you don't even age.
Oh, thank you.
It don't even age. Like it's awesome. It's I mean it's yes, it's a compliment, but it's real stuff. Like you don't deal with the stresses of yeah, you still deal with them, but you deal with them in love. This is how you age.
Yeah.
This is how you look, and this is how God like he continued to bless you with overflow. A six grandkid.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on. Already
Yeah.
retired. She's drawing. She's enjoying life. Her husband is enjoying life all over again. Like,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
We're
beautiful.
blessed for sure.
Yeah.
Blessed for sure.
Yeah, you are. So I'm about to highlight your if you got one thing to say to the country, what would your message be? As if you're Steven Crowder, as if you're Tucker Carlson, as if you're Joe Rogan, or as if you're Trump. What would you say to the people to help us move forward in a better way, more productive way, more loving way?
I would say get in the word.
Did did she disappear? Did she disappear? I think she disappeared. You see that? That ain't nothing but Satan trying to destroy her message. That ain't nothing but Satan trying to destroy her message. Her message was, and I caught it before she got kicked off. She said, I will say, get in the word. Start reading your Bibles. Okay? Get in the word. Study it for yourself. Study to show thyself approved. Be not conformed to the world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Follow God. Let Him lead and guide you. All right. And that's all I will say to that because she was about to say something like that. She was probably about to preach a good word and just completely destroy Satan on this channel. But you know what? Technology said nope, but that's okay. I caught it and I got her up. I got some of that out there. Thank you so much, Jeanette. Hopefully you can still hear me. Um, and and I appreciate what you added to the channel today. And I know that the thumbnail says that I was going to talk about Whoopi Goldberg, and I still do plan on checking out that story. But I'm just having such a blast talking to the people who have decided to come up here and have a conversation. So I have someone else up here with me right now, and their name is Slappy.
What's up, man? Nice to meet you, Van.
Slappy Pancakes.
It's a crazy name. It don't make any sense. That's why I got it though.
Slappy Pancakes. What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How's it going, man?
I'm blessed and highly favored. I can't complain, man. I got some things on my mind and on my heart, but we all do. So that's what makes us the
Oh
same.
yeah.
Absolutely. What you got for me today, man?
Well, I wanted to like just unveil everything, but I can't do that, man, because I know you just got knocked off the platform. I've been
Uh,
studying this stuff since I was 15. I'm 33 now. I know I look young as hell, but
Yeah, I was about to say you still
there it
look
is, man.
15.
Yeah,
That's
but I
wild. That's a
gotta.
blessing.
It is, it is. But I got a lot of stuff on my mind, man. Um, when I was younger, I had a heroin overdose.
What?
I was on heroin. It was bad. I was
Wow.
like, I was like 28. I died.
I'm sorry,
Um,
what?
yeah, I died, man. My heart stopped for 45 minutes. My organs just exploded with all the liquids in my body because nothing could get out, right? And the doctor made my mom sign a waiver. She signed it because she thought I was gone. She didn't want me to come back a vegetable or anything.
Wow.
But my dad wouldn't. And this doctor promised to my dad. I still don't understand how a doctor promised my dad that he was going to bring me back. You know. Long story short, uh, when I was deceased, I was in a world that was just like this world. It looked just like this reality, but it was like gray, right? And I could fly. I was flying around. I flew to the house I grew up in for some reason. I guess I was most comfortable there. And yeah, man, I met one of my friends there that died from an overdose. And he said it wasn't time for me yet. I was going to go back. I
Wow.
thought I thought about this later on, and I think this was an angel in uh it was trying to make me comfortable, right? That's why I went to the house I grew up in. And it told me this. And I feel like I have a purpose. And that purpose is I have to save as many people as I can. Um, this phone camera is weird. But ever since 15, I've been studying deep into the cult that is running this world. Um, they used to be known as the Khazarians, the Khazarian Mafia. This won't get you knocked off.
Okay,
This
I was
is
about to ask you that because I've never heard of them before, and I don't want no problems.
all right. Well, I won't speak about it anymore.
No, you're
But
good. But okay, you told me the name, but
I just
what do they represent? What do they stand for? What do they do? What's their significance?
I don't feel like I should go into any more of that because I'm not sure what I would say that would knock you off because but they control this world. And think about what controls this world, the money, um,
Are they a part of
the
Vanguard
politics.
or are they a part of Vanguard or any of that? BlackRock
They're
or any of that?
yes, they are the ones that own BlackRock. They run BlackRock.
What?
They own the political. They own all the news platforms in this country, man. They own all the news platforms. They own everything. They own the political parties. This is an oligarchy. The Republicans and the Democrats are the same, man. It's all for show.
I
It
always
really
said
is.
that.
And
I always said that.
it's the truth, man. It's the truth. They're fooling everybody with this.
Now, can I say
They
something?
they yeah.
All right. So when you come forward with this type of information, obviously it's going to take some convincing from you or someone who has like a huge platform already. Not myself, someone who has like actual influence that can somehow get their following to go out there and research for themselves. Well, we are
That's
the
what I want,
laziest.
man.
We are an extremely lazy people. Nobody wants to go out there and find the
Yeah.
information themselves. But when you do give out that information, what do you where do you get your news? Where can people go to find out more information? Because you can't just go on Google and do it, or can you just go on
BitChute.
Google?
BitChute.com.
Okay,
Go
BitChute.
on there and look up the people I was talking about.
Okay,
There's videos on there that are not being taken down. They're not like constricted in any way. They're telling the whole truth there on that platform.
wow. Hey,
Yes.
can you write it in my private chat right here? If you see the private chat, can you write it in the private chat so that I can go check it out later? Because this is some information I would like to go check out. And speaking of the individuals who are still with us right now, have you all heard about it? Because one thing that I'm finding out is I'm new to a lot of this information that I've been receiving over the.
It's man, it's not this is all done on purpose. The whole history, it's called His Story. The television is called Tell a Vision. It's all occult shit, man.
Okay. All right. Wow, man. You know what you just now dropped on us just now, bro?
I know I did, and I had to.
I have a question for you. Before you started finding out this information, you said it was your overdose that caused you that you received this epiphany while you were deceased temporarily.
No, yeah, I did. They said they were sending me back to save people, and I thought about it. I was like, why'd they send me back? I must know something that a lot of humans need to know. There's a purpose why they sent me back.
And who are they that sent you back?
The angels, man. That's all I can say is the angels. I don't know who they are or what they are. I would like to believe it's God some kind of way, trying to save people because He gave us freedom here. He gave us freedom to choose.
I have a question.
And the demon runs this world. This is the demon's world. He runs this world. He only has he can only do stuff on earth. The HARP, the Large Hadron Collider, all that shit, man. It's all connected to Lucifer.
You said the large what?
Hadron Collider, the colliding hadrons to create black holes, to bring on stuff from other dimensions.
So we created.
That's what they're doing.
We created
a
device that's called that, and we do that so that we can.
Look, man,
scientifically or physically bring about.
Yeah, they charge up these particles and they collide them. It's underground in Europe. Also, they have control of the weather. Have you not
I've heard about
been
that.
wondering why there are X's in the sky? Charged ions shot into the ionosphere. It will create clouds.
Now,
look up HARP. HAARP. Look it up, man.
Oh Lord, you're gonna have to listen. Okay, listen. No, I'm gonna have to get you to stop naming things for me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't be. I appreciate the information you're giving me. Okay, so I have a question. Does anybody who has a large platform right now, either on YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, any of that, do they talk about this often? Someone who's an influencer, content creator, or something like that, or podcast?
I don't believe they are. They're silencing everybody, and everybody that is able to talk about this, they're part of the clique, man. They're part of the party. All of Hollywood, all the demonic, satanic stuff they've been doing now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. It's really not. See, I don't know what I need to say and what I shouldn't say.
No, here's the thing. I'm going to say this. Everything you're saying right now was meant to be said, meant to be heard. So thank you. I appreciate it. It's just foreign to me, and I do know that
Yeah.
the machine, whatever the machine is, does silence anyone who try to bring forth any information that will slow down the machine, stop the machine, or anything like that. So,
AI. It's
yeah,
all AI.
yeah. With that said, God dang it, you are starting some sugar honey iced tea with this information. I've heard some things before, and usually when people appear,
Oh,
say
hey,
on,
hey, let me say something very important. I'm sorry, I did not mean to do that, but I have to
you're
spit
good,
this out while I got it on my mind.
you're good.
Those people that are coming out, man, be wary of them because they're still in there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Kanye, he was still in there. Unless he's like cloned or something. I don't need to say anymore, man. You need to get me off here.
Wow.
Yeah, you need
Wow.
to get me.
Listen, you are really starting something, man.
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
sorry. You just came back, man.
Yeah.
Dude, before I got here, I was crying in prayer, man. And then I just jumped on here and I saw you were inviting people on here. I just had this. Maybe you won't. Maybe this will go under the, because mostly it's AI like looking for stuff to knock people off. And this is pretty deep into the video. Maybe they won't look that far, you know?
Yeah, maybe they won't. Listen, we're like 2 hours and 38 minutes into the video.
Yeah, maybe you're good.
You know what was funny is, let me tell you this though. Slappy Pancakes. Is that what you want me to know you as, or do you have a first name or something that?
Man, I'm already on the list. My name's Zach.
Okay, Zach.
Yeah,
Just give me.
I'm
Okay,
just
Zach.
a
All right, just Zach.
yeah.
Let me tell you something, Zach. The reason why I sit here and I spoke to people for the entirety of my live stream today is because this is I'm here for people. I'm not here
Yeah.
for all of the news that's out. I know that all of the news that's out is being strategically placed so we can think and
Hmm.
move the way that some power want us to think and move. But when I'm talking to
Exactly.
actual people, no one controls you. No one like is well, they might be. I don't know. Once I look into what you got me looking into, quietly, I gotta go into the I don't know which part of the internet I want to go into to look for it because you know everything we watch and type in is all being watched and recorded anyway. So, but I enjoy talking to real people about real things. So please don't apologize to me if something is said that is taken the wrong way by the platform and I'm dinged for it or penalized for it. So be it. It was supposed to happen. But at the end of the day, the information that you gave to me, well, I'm going to say this. I have many supporters on many platforms, IG, Patreon, Locals. Speaking of anyone that's here, if you're not following me on Locals, please do so because, and I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just want you to understand how real this is. I currently have 2 strikes on my channel. If I get one more, channel gone, channel gone. And this is all I do for a living.
Yeah.
And I would like to do this in a censorship free type of environment. Now, if you and I, Zach, if Zach and I were having this conversation in Locals, there will be no apologies for the information he's given me. As a matter of fact, I will look it up in real time and we will show the actual video footage or show the actual articles or write ups. We will be on BitChute right now if we were in Locals doing this live stream. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So that's where I would like to go. And I'm realizing that Jesse Lee Peterson is on Locals heavy. Steven Crowder is on Locals heavy. What's the guy name with the funny accent and he has a huge following? His name Russell Brand. Russell Brand is on there. Officer Tatum is on there. Black Conservative Perspective is on there. Like everyone's Lou Valentino just recently got on there. So a lot of people are trying to move to the censorship free type of platform so that we can discuss things exactly like what Zach is giving me right now. So Thank you.
It's
Please don't
important.
apologize for it.
I appreciate it, man.
No, I appreciate you.
I
I
just
really appreciate you.
I don't want to get you tangled up in anything. But man, I've been having this weight on my shoulders for so long, man. I just feel like people need to know, man. But it's hard to tell people because there's no good way to tell them, and they're being misinformed every direction. So I appreciate you letting me come up here and talk.
No problem at all. I have a question for you. Just same as
Yeah.
I asked everyone else. If you had a message for the world as just to give them a piece of guidance to help them out, what would you give them right now?
Take the time to understand this world and what is happening in this world. Take the time to research, plant a garden, teach your kids how to garden, teach your kids how to love the earth, because that's not being taught in school and it needs to be. And I got a lot more to say, but
I
you
appreciate
keep
you.
it
And one thing I will
smooth and
say,
short.
nah, that was definitely smooth. I appreciate it. But I will say this too. God bless you. May God keep you. And because people who come forth with information that we're not supposed to have, um, the enemy wants to attack you.
Oh, I know.
So continue to stay prayed up and stay moving, with tact and precision the way that you have been, and protect yourself. Watch your six.
Appreciate it, man. God bless you, man.
God bless you too, Zach. And hopefully this isn't the last time you tap in. And I apologize for waiting so long to get you up here, man. You having you have an
Oh, you're
amazing day,
good.
okay?
All right, you too, brother.
All right, peace. That's what I'm
Peace.
talking about. We got some good people here. Slappy pancakes, everybody. Slappy. I'm still laughing at that name. I'm still laughing at that name, Slappy Pancakes. Slappy Pancakes. White Trash TV. White Trash TV. White Trash TV disappeared. White Trash TV disappeared. There you go. There
How
you
you doing
go.
there, man?
I am blessed. How are you?
Now, I mean that as a joke, but I do live in a trailer house.
Well, hey, listen. I honestly don't know what white trash is. Actually, maybe you can explain that to me.
I come on your show, and I've been watching you for a few weeks now, and I just love all the things you say, and you're right, and all that stuff. But I'm a cause and effects type guy, and what I want to say is that we know all about the cause of everything, right?
Right. Right.
See, I'm not getting the volume out of the telephone.
No. I'm okay. Can you hear me now? 1 2 1 1
You
2
got to
1
turn it
2.
back up. See, I'm not getting the volume out of the telephone.
Okay. There's a bit of feedback that's coming from. Okay. Go ahead. I'm
Yes,
listening.
I hear you well.
I hear you perfectly, actually.
There's a bit of yes, I hear you well. I hear you perfectly. Mute that.
You got a producer in there?
I'm sorry, Jesse. I'm not Jesse. I called you Jesse, man. Oh, whoa. You know what I've been doing, right? Oh, God. Oh, no. Mr. Van, I'm sorry.
Ain't no mister, bro. Ain't no mister. Ain't no mister. What's going on, my man? What's your name?
I'm not getting a real-time volume out of my telephone, direct to you. That's what I'm working on right now.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
not getting a real-time volume out of my telephone, direct to you. That's what I'm working on right now.
Well, I'm getting real time volume on my end.
It says stage is muted. What does that mean?
That mean I muted this so that people who are behind the stage, I muted it so that I won't hear them when they come. But I can hear you 100%. I can hear you perfectly. Did you mute your mic? No, you didn't because I just now heard you. Duh. Well, now I can't hear you at all. It's okay. Listen, technical difficulties at the moment. I can't hear you at all, not one bit. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Uh,
I can't hear you.
check.
I can hear you.
All right, he got stomach. Because I can't hear you, I'm just going to speak for a minute, then I'll let you go. I was going to mute that. Because I can't hear you, I'm just going to speak for a minute, then I'll let you go. Okay, I was going to talk. I'm really sorry. I apologize for my uh, computer ignorance or whatever. Um, but anyways, I was going to talk about the effect about what's going to happen in the future between, if this racial tension keeps on going at the rate it's going. I'm gonna let you in on something that about the way what white people think about that. This is way the white people are thinking about this. I've been all over the country. It's really hard pressed. I found it real hard pressed to hear any white people speak racially against black people. I've been north, south, east, and west, and they want to do is do business, make money, and they don't want to fool with no nonsense. The black people I've heard lately, a lot of them are laughing at the white people, thinking the white people are scared of them. White people are not scared of nobody. They're only running from the evil. They don't care who's got a gun. It could be a jackrabbit, bulldog, a Sasquatch. They don't care who's got a gun. They're just running from the evil. So if the radical racial side of the Islamic black people, whoever they think they are, if they keep pressuring the white people are going to run. They're going to take all their finances with them, and they're going to go rebuild in other places where certain people, white trash, black trash, Mexican trash, we can't go to. So none of us going to have no job. So we're going to end up, especially in the cities, we're going to end up in a situation where we're going to be imprisoned in poverty. Everybody. So this racial shit, excuse me, twit, this racial stuff is causing everybody to lose their doggone jobs, and no one's going to have a job. The white people are already moving, and I mean, you wouldn't believe how fast the white people are moving. They're gone. So if y'all, if the black people think that they got the white people scared, If they want to think that, okay, fine. But they're packing up, they're taking their money, and that means they're going to leave me behind because I ain't rich. So we're all going to be in our own little ghetto prisons in these big cities, especially where no one's ever going to rebuild. So if they think it's bad right now, living in poverty, the future doesn't look very good, according to me. And I've heard other people, I've seen seminars 35 years ago where they were telling people to get out of the cities, grab their money, run. And these were constitutional people that were fighting to maintain the Constitution of the United States of America, but they were telling people we can't fight that kind of stuff unless we go somewhere where we're safe. So, anyways, uh, I got a little old channel, White Trash. I'm a musician. I go by the name of Hoodoo Man. That's who I play under. I'm still a live performer, by the way. I'm 71 years old, and I play everything: rock and roll, blues, country music. And I won't take up no more of your time because I can't hear you speak, and I would love to talk to you. But anyways, I'm gone. I'll see y'all later, and thank you for letting me use your platform. See y'all later. Bye.
Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. I
See
don't,
y'all later, and thank you for letting me use your platform. See y'all later.
that guy is a pretty cool cat, man. And I love the fact that he broke it down for me just to let me know black people, white people ain't afraid of y'all. Huh? We just gonna pick up all of our resources and leave. And what? You do what you want to do. You know what? This conversation has been happening for many of years. And I believe that there's some black people who want to be separated from all white people. And there's some white people who want to be separated from all black people for some strange reason. But I believe that we all are here together. We are all in this together. And this country will not work without us all. It won't. It won't work without us all because we're going to end up being like one of those third world countries, man. The more with all of the hate that we continue to have, man. I'm mad that this gentleman's. I'm mad that his communication device that he was using was not straight enough, so he and I can have a back and forth. Because 71 years old, real sharp, real sharp. I would love to have a conversation with him. One day I will. But I will say too, thank you so much for your support so far. I appreciate you, bro. And one day you and I will have a conversation. What's up, Greg? How you doing, sir? You driving? You driving a big rig? What you driving? Hey, keep your eyes on the road, please. Keep your eyes on the road.
I got it. Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly.
Good deal.
Yes, sir.
All right, to start this off, I don't know why people say white or black. Look here, I'm peach. I ain't white. This is white, okay? All right, now look here. You see this cord? That's black, okay? I have never seen a man of that color, and I've never seen a man of this color, unless he's albino shit and dyed his skin. So I don't even know why they call people black people. That makes me mad. But anyway, I'm up and down this interstate all the time, and I run into everybody of all races. We get along. Nobody's bucking up against nobody.
Right.
And the stuff we see on the news, I'm not going to say who, but it's all what do you call it? Sugar honey iced tea.
Yes, it
Because
is.
I wear a certain hat, and I'm not going to show it. You know what it says. Nobody says nothing bad to me, and I have conversation with them, and they're like, "No, man, we want him back. God, please." Because I believe seriously, if we don't get him back, man, everybody, including myself, needs to get in that book.
Well, let me tell you something, man. You want to know what makes me want him back? Because
What's that?
I want him back because people don't want him back so badly. And I'm like, oh, it must be something there. It must be something there. Why are they going this hard to keep him out of office? He's not the president. He don't have a loud voice right now. He's been shut down on all platforms pretty much, but they're still pulling all of their punches. I mean, doing whatever they possibly can, using they're weaponizing the FBI to shut him up. This brother must know something that we all need to know. I want him back because of that.
I think he was going to the second round, and I believe, anyway, I'm not going to say that neither because that'll get your channel in trouble. He was going to get them the second time, and they knew this, and they done whatever to get him out, and they're still trying to. Oh God, they've done short of doing what been done in the past, and I'm surprised they've not done that. But I believe if they do that, you will see up. Everybody's talking about. That's another thing. I'm skipping. I'm a redneck, and I'm skipping. I'm so tired of these people talking about. You know who hollers racist most? The freaking white liberals.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm like, oh my God, dude,
yeah.
dude, I'm sorry, the peach liberals. I'm sorry, you're not brown, brown. That just irks me, dude. I mean, your beard's black. Come on, you're not. You're not black. I don't know where they get this shit stuff from. Oh my God, people's colorblind. They're just ignorant. And I see it, and I'm like, I go. I don't go to California, nah, but I've been out west, everywhere, and I've never had nobody come up to me. I've never had nobody come up to me and do
Yeah.
nothing. I've had more stupid rednecks come up. And sorry if there's any on here. I'm one too. Come up and run their little old mouth thinking they're gonna do something.
Well, everybody wants to, I don't know, everybody wants to get on their little soapbox and act like they're better than someone. Like, I can't believe you don't vote how I vote. I'm better than you. Sit your ass down. Get out my face. Like, come on, relax. But I appreciate you. I'm going to say this, Greg. I appreciate you, bro, for being so centered. So like it seems like you lead with respect. Um, it seems like you demand respect. It seems like you're going through a tunnel at the moment. It seems like oh, there he is.
There he is.
It seems like you're going. It seems like you're probably going through a tunnel at the moment, but much love to you because you didn't have
Yeah, I'm
to.
up in your area all the time.
Oh, sweet, sweet. That's awesome, brother. That's awesome, man. I
And
just
I
want.
found you through Upchurch, right? By the way, Ryan Upchurch. I've been watching you that long.
Oh, for real? That is